Single A in the East segment, Middle Tennessee Christian travels to Ezell Harding. I'm going with Middle Tennessee Christian in that one. And Friendship Christian should win at King's Academy. In the Mid-State, I like Mount Juliet Christian to win at Clarksville Academy, Columbia Academy to win at Franklin Grace, and Nashville Christian to win at home against DCA. And I think Webb of Bell Buckle tops Providence Christian in a mild upset. In West Tennessee, I'm picking Fayette Academy tonight to win at Harding Academy. I think Jackson Christian gets a win at home against Trinity Christian. And finally, Doug, I'm picking FACS to win at Tipton Rosemark.
Thanks, Murphy. And we thank you for listening this season to Murphy's Matchups. Murphy's Matchups, made possible by Farm Bureau Insurance and your local Farm Bureau agent.
This is Primetime Sports, WGNS Murfreesboro, on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, streaming worldwide on wgnssports.com, and always at the game. The game.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Since 1947, WGNS has been proud to bring you coverage of Rutherford County high school sports.
Lady Bulldogs are state champions in 2013.
Riverdale wins this one, and they're the state champions, back-to-back championships, and listen to this crowd.
WGNS Primetime Sports is proud to bring you tonight's featured game on State Farm Prep Sports.
In double overtime in a Rutherford County classic, the Blackman Lady Blaze go back-to-back. We may never see this again. What a game. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss! The Siegel Stars are the state champions in baseball. What an inning. He struck out the side. Can you believe that?
TAB Award-winning veteran broadcasters Brian Barrett, John Dinkins, and the Primetime Sports team are standing by to take you to the game.
And the Middle Tennessee Christian School Cougars are state champions here in 2023.
He's got it. And Eagleville has won a state championship in baseball, and they did it really convincingly.
The Oakland Patriots have won back-to-back state titles. Their seventh state championship.
Now, let's get to tonight's prep game on News Radio WGNS.
And a pleasant good evening from Siegel High School, where tonight we're going to have the battle between the Rockvale Rockets and the Siegel Stars here on WGNS State Farm Prep Football. It's senior night here at Siegel. I'm John Dingens along with Rod Edwards on the Primetime Sports Countdown to Kickoff, sponsored by the law offices of John Day. They've helped thousands of people get the legal help they need when they've needed it the most. If you've been injured, call the law offices of John Day for a free consultation. Rod joining me here, and Rod, two totally different nights from last night, weather-wise, isn't it?
Well, it is. I mean, everything, the teams are different, but the weather is so much better. I didn't have a soggy bun tonight.
A hot dog bun? You didn't?
No.
Mine was wet, man.
Was it?
We should have. No, not tonight. Yeah, last night.
Last night?
We probably should have just carried that on up to the, booth. But you live and learn, buddy.
Yes, we do.
Two teams could use a win. It's the last game of the season. Both of them are not going to be in the playoff race, but just for overall feel good about your season, a little bit, end on a high note, right?
You always want to win that last game. It's always hurts, especially like a ninth night, senior night here in Siegel. And it's a big night. I mean, it's not only for the football players, but your cheerleaders, your band, all those kids that have participated all year to make the program what it is for a total school program. So, it's a special night, your last night for seniors to play on your high school football team is something that you won't forget.
All right. When we come back, it's the Rick's Barbecue County Roundup. And we'll be talking about at least 4 games and talk a little bit about what happened last night on the Primetime Sports Countdown to Kickoff, sponsored by the law offices of John Day.
Greetings, friends. This is Lenny Farmer with the Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home in Murfreesboro. If you ever had to deal with the final arrangements of a loved one, funerals are both emotional and financial. You can easily be drained both ways when you least expect it. I can help you in both of these areas by showing you the positive side of pre-arranging. Locking in your cost for the rest of your life will truly relieve some emotional stress at that time. Call me, won't you, at 615-893-2422. Let's talk.
Middle Tennessee Christian School, training for eternity.
The large majority of our kids are involved in athletics or extracurricular activities, one or the other, and most are doing multiple activities.
MTCS President Matt Tiller.
And that's a great preparation for life. How many of us in our life are just doing one thing? So a well-rounded student is a huge deal.
Invest in your child's future in a Christ-centered environment with many athletic and extracurricular choices.
Without a doubt, our students have the opportunity to be involved in multiple activities.
To find out more, visit mtcscougars.org.
For more than 36 years, Wilson Bank & Trust has been proud to serve communities all across Tennessee. As an independent local bank, we provide banking products competitive with large banks, but delivered with personalized local service. Wilson Bank & Trust has been community-focused since 1987 and looks forward to many more. Discover the power of local community banking that truly makes a difference. Give us a call or come on by any of our local 30 locations or visit wilsonbank.com to learn more. Member FDIC.
Insurance should be simple, not complicated. That's why at Rayburn Insurance, Agent Rick Hull cuts through the jargon and helps you understand your options clearly. He's committed to finding the right coverage that fits your unique needs and budget. Their team has been a trusted partner in the community since 1973. Ready to make insurance easy? Get with Rick Hall at Rayburn Insurance Agency. He's ready to help you get the protection you deserve.
Leaks, clogs, or new installations, Roscoe Brown Plumbing is here to ensure water flows exactly where it needs to go in your home. Since 1940, our team of expert plumbers has provided Middle Tennessee with prompt, reliable service. From emergency repairs to routine maintenance, we're always here, ensuring your home's plumbing system is in tip-top shape. Trust in Roscoe Brown Plumbing for all your plumbing needs, where your family's comfort is our top priority. RoscoeBrown.com.
At Bud's Tire Pros, we sell all major brands of tires, and we invite you to stop by today for that next set of tires. Or maybe you need us to check out your vehicle before you head out of town. We offer everything from brakes to batteries, alignments, and more. No appointments necessary, just stop on by.
I'm Allison Mitchell with Bud's Tire Pros. We're located on East Main Street, exactly 3 miles from the town square, 1 mile past Rutherford Boulevard. Visit us online at budsTireProsTN.com.
I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
And we return here to the Rick's Barbecue County Roundup here on the Countdown to Kickoff, sponsored by the law offices of John Day. And Rick's Barbecue, well, they've got quality, fresh, never frozen meats that are smoked the old-fashioned way, using real hickory wood on specially designed pits to give your pork, chicken, and beef the best flavor. Also, you can be sure to try other favorites like their slaw dogs and loaded baked potatoes. From the pit to the plate, Rick's Barbecue is ready to feed your hungry family on Warrior Drive off South Church Street. Only 4 games to talk about tonight, Rod, but there's some big matchups, including this one. But we'll start out with the Stewart's Creek at McGavock game. Stewart's Creek 8-1, 4-0 in district play or in region play. McGavock 2-7. This shouldn't be a problem for Stewart's Creek, but you're always a little leery after you've locked things up and, you know, a slip up maybe.
Well, you want to keep momentum going. You want to really be pushing as you go in the playoffs. And if you have a slip up, even though you win the game, but you're sloppy, you know, it kind of breaks that momentum. So that's important. Coach Cardle will be trying to get out of his boys. You know, in Region 5, we have 2 of our county teams represented by Stewart's Creek, number 1 seed, and Smyrna, the number 3 seed, who we'll get to a little later, though, won their game to take the 3rd seed, representing Region 5.
And the Redhawks have held their opponents to a TD or less in their 5th consecutive game in their win. So Jonathan Waller and linebacker Keelan Harris combined for 12 sacks. So they're a force. And I think if you're in that region and you're playing them, and if you're the Ravenwoods and the Brentwoods of the world, you better watch out. Don't bypass them.
Yeah, they don't have any weaknesses. General weaknesses. Basically, their defense has been very tough. That's the thing that's really different about this team and previous Stewart's Creek teams that have a really solid defense, have really stepped up. They've got a good quarterback, good running backs, a decent passing game. So they're a good balanced team going into the playoffs.
And what he wants to do tonight is stay healthy.
Yes.
Don't get anybody hurt.
Yes.
All right, another one we've got is Eagleville at Cornersville. The Eagles are coming off big back-to-back performances and wins over Loretta and regional leader Richland, but their postseason fate still is very undecided. Eagle could finish anywhere from a 5-way tie for first with a win and also wins by Moore County and Huntland to fifth and out of the playoffs with a loss and wins by Moore County and Huntland when the week's over. So they need to win.
Yes.
There's no other
They
debate.
have no choice. The advantage is they're playing a team that's not going to be able to make the playoffs. It's a little weaker team, but you can't let up. Anything can happen in high school sports or any sports level. So they really have to go in and just keep performing the way they've been. They had a great game last week, beat the undefeated Huntland team, and then beat them well, 26-7. So they just got to keep it up.
Fox and Snitzer, the quarterback and the running back, are doing their thing now. They've really kind of caught up with the defense a little bit. 198 yards for Snitzer in the last game. So that's one game. All right, we go to PCA at the Webb School, and PCA 6-3, Webb School 5-4. But this is a really, really good 5-4 Webb School team, and you're playing there.
Right, and then they're also a Division II. They're the bigger level. This is a good game to get you ready for the playoffs because you got Friendship Christian, which PCA only lost by 1. It was like a 52-51 ball game. So this is a good test for them to get ready. It's not like what Stewart's Creek has to worry about playing too easy a team. They're kind of a team that's going to make you sharper. The only thing is you hope to avoid injuries because this does not affect their position in the playoffs.
MTCS is at Ezel Harding, 3-6 for the Cougars, 1-2 in the D2, and Ezel Harding 2-7, 0-3. Now, the Cougars can finish as high as third in the region. A loss to Ezel Harding and a Kings Academy win over Friendship would knock the Cougars out of the playoffs. So first thing first, got to take care of business, beat Ezel Harding.
Right. They've already beat Kings Academy, so just take care of this business here. Something I think they will do. They've been improving, really made a good improvement this year because a very young team lost a lot of seniors last year, but even lost their quarterback, but the young man they have now has been performing well in the last few games, so hopefully they continue on with that improvement.
All right, that would be 4 wins for them on the year, which I think Coach Peterson would take that. That's our tonight games. In just a few minutes, we're going to talk about last night's games for a minute as the Rick's Barbecue County Roundup continues. You're listening to the Primetime Sports Countdown to Kickoff, sponsored by the Law Offices of John Day.
Genesee Orthopedic Alliance takes great pride in treating local athletes here in Rutherford County. Here's Dr. Russell McKissick with TOA.
We have a passion here for taking care of our athletes here in Rutherford County. We really do our best to take care of them.
Experts in joint, bones, and muscles.
Many years we've been taking care of athletes around here, and we've just picked up where Dr. John started, and we just keep going.
TOA has a playbook that gets you back in the game. To request an appointment, visit TOA.com or call 855-NEED-TOA. TOA, live your best life.
Mills Family Pharmacy.
Here at Mills Pharmacy, we do compound medications.
Craig Buckner with Mills Family Pharmacy.
Compounding medications are prescriptions that are not commercially available or you need a special formulation. If it's a liquid, suppository, or specialized cream, we make that in our lab.
Mills Family Pharmacy offers a wide range of compounding, all to create custom medications for you.
We're at 2994 South Church Street next to Toots.
Customized services at Mills Family Pharmacy.
At Little Caesars, get a large custom 2-topping pizza for only $7.99 when you order online. Wait, did I just say $7.99? Get out of here! This pizza is only $7.99. No way! This is $7.99? You're joshing me. You're saying this pizza perfection is only $7.99? Well, you're crazy for this. Listen, pirate, stop taking my $7.99 pizza. Choose a large custom 2-topping pizza for the unbelievable price of $7.99 when you order online. Only $7.99. What?
Pizza, pizza.
If you're planning an upcoming trip and want to include your pet, we have all the travel supplies you'll need at Animal City. This is Amanda at Animal City, inviting your family to come do business with my family. Animal City is Murfreesboro's hometown family-owned pet store. We've had the honor and pleasure of serving the community for 33 years. If you want to see some photos of our adorable pets, feel free to check out our Facebook page, Animal City of Murfreesboro, Tennessee. We're at 919 Northwest Broad Street, right here in Murfreesboro.
Your ride, your stuff. You live with them together. I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack. It's smart to protect them together, to help life go right. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me help you save by combining your auto and renters.
With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton. Give me a call at 615-895-2700 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
You know, everyone has a more. First, it's a pony. Then to be on the cheer squad. Your more grows up just like you do. But your more can still carry you away or make you cheer. At First Bank, banking local gets you more. More of our time, more access to local bankers, more flexibility, and more product choices. Because getting more empowered and confident helps you pursue your more. That never grows old. First Bank. Bank local, get more. Member FDIC.
I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves. You're listening to Prep Football.
We're back with part 2 of the Rick's Barbecue County Roundup. We're going to talk about last night's game for just a moment here, Rod. Last night, Coffee County, I would say that's an upset, defeated Blackman 19-14, which knocked Siegel. Siegel was already out, but knocked Rockvale out of a playoff, which makes this game a pride game really tonight. Were you surprised by that? I know there was 4 turnovers by Blackman.
I was, but then also knowing that they had a natural turf and the rains, anything can happen in that situation, and that's what happened. They had 4 turnovers early in the game, got behind, and they could never catch up. They finally got it within 19-14, but sometimes you get in that situation, it's just hard to move the ball.
I think Gardner had 131 yards rushing in that game last night, but there were 4 turnovers, so that hurt.
Right.
Also, Cane Ridge, Smyrna had no problem with them, convincing win, 37-8, I think.
Right. So to get them ready for playoffs, they got a tough game ahead. They're going to be playing the loser of the Ravenwood-Brentwood matchup in the 6th region.
All right, and Laverne lost to Antioch in a really tough year for Laverne. They'll regroup, I'm sure. And the big game of the night, the win by 36-21, Oakland over Riverdale, but it was not nearly as that was much closer game than what the score indicated.
The score does not depict at all the results. In fact, it looked like Riverdale had the upper hand in the beginning of the 4th quarter until Tutt broke off a 72-yard touchdown run, which probably we didn't see coming because the defense was dominating, and then that was it.
All right, we'll talk about this game tonight coming up with our keys in just a moment. That's been your Rick's Barbecue County Roundup. When we come back, we'll check the forecast and get you ready for tonight's game as the Primetime Sports Countdown to Kickoff continues, sponsored by the law offices of John Day.
The city of Murfreesboro is growing, and we need your help to prove it by participating in the special census. Murfreesboro Mayor Shane McFarland.
We want to get an accurate count of our residents compared to the last census. The more people that are counted, the more state shared revenue dollars Murfreesboro receives.
It's fast and easy. Complete the form online at murfreesborocensus.com.
Count me in.
Okay, count me in.
And count me in too.
Let's make sure every resident counts. Visit murfreesborocensus.com.
This is a paid legal ad.
When a family member is lost as a result of someone else's negligence, the grief can be unbearable. It also leaves you with a lot of questions like, how did this happen? Who's responsible? And is my family going to be okay? That's a lot to go through, but with the law offices of John Day on your side, you don't have to go through any of it alone. We understand what you're going through, and we have the experience to get the answers, justice, and compensation your family deserves. Call the law offices of John Day.
I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
And we are back with the Primetime Sports Countdown to Kickoff, sponsored by the law offices of John Day. 62 degrees.
Thanks, John. Cloudy skies tonight, but will stay dry. We'll see temperatures in the low 60s at kickoff, dropping down into the upper 50s by the end of the game. Winds will be fairly light out of the north at around 5 miles an hour. A little humid, the dew point's in the mid-50s, but otherwise a fairly comfortable evening. That's your forecast, brought to you by Fans Heating and Air, your heating and air experts since 1966, delivering the finest HVAC products and services at affordable prices. From the Rutherford Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Ray Miller.
Sorry, Ray, I didn't introduce you properly, Ray. But anyway, that's the weather tonight. Going to be a great game for great night for football. I think it's the perfect night for football, to be honest with you. 62 degrees here at game time. Now let's go to our keys to the game.
Time now for the keys to the game, brought to you by Rayburn Insurance Agent Rick Hall in Smyrna. For auto, home, business, and life insurance, let Rick Hall help you get the coverage you deserve with personalized service that puts you first.
All right, our keys to the game here in this game tonight, Rod. I think both have had injuries. They've struggled a little bit. Who do you see coming out of this one?
This one's hard to pick. And Rockvale, I assume that Morgan's going to be quarterback again tonight, which he's not a regular quarterback. He's filling in. He's a good athlete. If they're going to be successful, they're going to have to get a good running game going and use him and other runners. Probably will not be real successful with the pass. Siegel can use more balance. Their quarterback does have a good arm. He can step up and make the plays, and it goes back down to the line of scrimmage play. Who's going to dominate? If one dominates, they're going to win the game.
Coach Argo we talked to him before the game, and he made a good point. Although Rockvale got eliminated, it ought to show them, and he tried to point that out to them, that anything can happen, and that's what happened to Blackman, and it can happen tonight. So
right.
Be ready to play. You know, a lot of seniors, last appearance for a lot of them in a uniform, may not play any more ball after this. Pretty an emotional time, and of course it's senior night too for the Stars.
And it sure helps it a whole lot if you win this game.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll have a good feeling about your experience playing football for your high school as you walk off.
The biggest thing I think tonight, if you can, either team come out of here, get a win, and that's so much good for next year, both teams. But again, I'd have to say, to me, it's a toss-up. There's just too many injuries that these two teams have faced. Siegel's got to stop the run.
Right.
They've had a little trouble doing that, right?
Right.
All right, that's going to do it for our keys to the game and our Fans Heating and Air football forecast. And when we come back, we'll have players of the game and players to watch, that is. And Brian Baird will join us here on the Primetime Sports Countdown to Kickoff.
Since 1966, Fans Heating and Air has been a symbol of quality for Murfreesboro and Rutherford County. For friendly, complete service on Amana, Bryant, or American Standard Heating and Air products, Fans Heating and Air will do it all. Fans specializes in new homes, custom homes, or existing buildings. Give Fans Heating and Air a call today, 615-893-7930. Good luck to all of our schools and student athletes from Fans Heating and Air.
Shop your favorites at Dillard's, JCPenney, Rue 21, Hot Topic, and more. Grab a bite at Crab Fever, Sam's Sports Grill, Olive Garden, or Miller's Ale House. With more than 60 retailers, you're sure to find something that you'll love at Stones River Town Center. Find them on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for style tips, upcoming events, and sales information. Stones River Town Center, off Old Fort Parkway in Murfreesboro. Shopping centered on you. Online at shopstonesriver.com.
It's football time in Tennessee. Of course, that means tailgating and travel. Don't fumble due to a poorly maintained vehicle. At Dr. Automotive, we're here to help you score, whether it be a length of the field drive or a quick pick six. We'll help you tackle brake repair, heating issues, battery needs, and maintenance as you march downfield. We're on your team and here to make sure that you're ready for the big game. At Dr. Automotive, the cure for your car. Go deep!
Hey, this is Dan with Music World and Drummers Den. Come in for guitars, keyboards, drums. We have lessons for anything with strings, mandolin, guitar, bass, you name it. We have lessons for anything with keys at Music World and Drummers Den, and a professional drum teacher as well. So if you need to learn to play something, We have you covered. Come on in, buy you an instrument, start learning today. At Music World and Drummers Den, 2762 South Church Street, right across from the golf course.
At Bud's Tire Pros, we sell all major brands of tires, and we invite you to stop by today for that next set of tires. Or maybe you need us to check out your vehicle before you head out of town. We offer everything from brakes to batteries, alignments, and more. No appointments necessary, just stop on by.
I'm Allison Mitchell with Bud's Tire Pros. We're located on East Main Street, exactly 3 miles from the town square, 1 mile past Rutherford Boulevard. Visit us online at budstireprostn.com.
I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Well, good evening, everybody, from Siegel High School, Ken Nolan Stadium. Brian Barrett here with you, and thanks to John and Rod for the pregame show here this evening. We're about ready to bring you our final regular season game, and it is the final game for these two teams, and a chance to do something not a lot of teams get to do, and that's end the season with a victory, and that would be big, as Rod said, for morale going into the offseason and such. So we've got a pretty big one here tonight. Lots of other games going on. I hope you heard about it during the county roundup here this evening, rooting on all of the local teams, of course, but especially Eagleville. I guess I could say that. The Eagleville Eagles tonight are, you win, you're in, and that is pretty big for Eagleville. So if they can get the victory tonight, they will be victorious, if you will, and a chance to get into the playoffs. Could win a region championship with the win, just depending on how the seeds and all work out. So 2-7 Rockvale, 1-8 Siegel coming at you here in a moment. Also, Stewart's Creek, a chance to go 9-1 on the road at McGavock tonight. MTCS could definitely improve their seed with a win at Ezel Harding, which they should get. It is on the road, you never know. Providence Christian playing non-league against Webb tonight. And that's a look at all of the games we've got coming up for you. Scoreboard will be live and going on wgnsradio.com as well.
Time now for your players to watch, brought to you by J.A.J. Company, Josh Houston and Associates, Fans Heating and Air, and Winners Trophies.
First of all, let's take a look at the Rockvale Rockets. We do expect senior Jalen Morgan to be at quarterback. Of course, Jalen is a fine running back, headed to college to play ball, but he has kind of been propelled into the quarterback spot with injuries. So we expect to see Romeo George, Raquel Kennedy, and Cavante Porter in the backfield at times. Troy Patterson and Dallas Paldo have also seen some action in the backfield. Wide receivers, Landon Jennings, Dallas Paldo, Kennedy, and Torrey Patterson. Your kicker is Brandon Salguero, and that is a look at the Rockvale Rockets. The center for the Rockets is senior Austin Krager. For the Siegel Stars, have a little more information on them. Did not get stats for the Rockvale Rockets this week, but here we go with a look at the Siegel Stars. Justin Remkus Jr., 16 of 37, 276 yards, 2 TDs, 1 interception. Tristan Thornton also has played quarterback here. We'll see who trots out there. Thornton on the season, 66 of 135, 624 yards, 4 TDs, 7 interceptions. It'll be Braylon Albee in the backfield. He has 392 yards on 107 carries, has a chance to go over 400. Corey Jennifer as well. Both of these teams have had some injuries, and it's been a few weeks since we've seen Siegel here, so we'll see how the lineup goes tonight. The number 1 target at wideout is number 10, junior Drew Hostetler. 27 catches, 442 yards, and 3 TDs. Kevin Inslee, Jaden Willis, Albee, Jackson Zeltner, a few of those. And that's a look at the Siegel Stars defensively. Jesse Beverly, Matthew Rice, Kevin Inslee, Andrew Varner, Mason Grisham, Colby Ward, Jaden Willis, Bryson Green, Delvion Ewing, and Joseph Harris, some of the Siegel Stars that we will see on defense. The coin toss has taken place. And I didn't see who won the toss. Rockvale won the toss and deferred. Thank you, Craig Revis.
See, I told you he was special.
Well, we've known that
for
years.
There was never any doubt in my mind.
We knew that back in the days when he was a young pup at Laverne High School.
Oh, young pup, yeah.
It's been a day or two, hasn't it? Well, that is a look at your players to watch, as always, from JHA Company, Josh Houston and Associates Winners Trophies, along with Fans Heating and Air. We are about a minute and a half away from kickoff in this one. It's a Rutherford County matchup between the Rockvale Rockets from Rockvale and the Siegel Stars from right here in the Siegel community. Stay with us. We'll be back with kickoff next on State Farm Prep Sports.
Hi, I'm Lakin Gilman, a mortgage loan originator with First Mortgage, a department of First National Bank of Middle Tennessee. Whether you're buying a new home or refinancing, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. With competitive rates and personal service, let me turn your homeownership dreams into reality. Visit my website, lakenhibden.com, or come by my office at 322 North Front Street, located in downtown Murfreesboro, and let's get started.
First National Bank of Middle Tennessee. We show up for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 401715.
Pizza. You can now order Murfreesboro's favorite pizza online at sirpizzatn.com. We've made ordering online a breeze. From sirpizzatn.com, tap on the location nearest you and begin your order for carryout or delivery. You can order the Royal Feast, create your own, spaghetti, calzones, everything right from our online portal at sirpizzatn.com. Sir Pizza, you made me love pizza again.
I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, former running back at Elkhorn High School, and you're listening to Prep Football.
State Farm Prep Sports on News Radio WGNS is brought to you in part tonight by Ideas Tees, Dan France Concrete, Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home, and Middle Tennessee Christian School. I'm a little frisky tonight. It's the last regular season game.
I've noticed that.
Yeah, I'm in a good mood. Not that it's the last game. We've got playoffs, but
Rod has noticed that.
We've made it through the year.
By the way, some of the looks, both the Region 3 and Region 4 have their brackets are done, so I can give you them. And most of Region 5 and 6, which includes Stewart's Creek and Smyrna. So we'll run through that at some time tonight. Maybe talked about that in the pregame show. I was doing my warm-up exercises during that time.
Okay, and I'm not the only one, man.
That's frisky?
Yeah.
We're about ready to go here. The fireworks have already gone off, and it will be the Rockets kicking off right to left to the Siegel Stars. Rockvale in the white road uniforms with royal blue numbers. The big power R on the helmets. The Stars, Navy, with white numbers, and the Siegel logo on the helmets. Kickoff going to be taken at the 15, to the 20, to the 25 maybe. I think they're going to get there and get that spot, and that's where they will begin, they being the Siegel Stars. And your J. Mullins Jewelry kickoff time here on WGNS, Murfreesboro, Smyrna, 7:02. I know that it's the top of the hour, time for a legal ID because of J. Mullins Jewelry. Expert jewelry repair, custom jewelry design and manufacturing, and those indestructible reactor watches, the last watch you'll ever need. That's J. Mullins Jewelry, West Northfield Boulevard, between Memorial and Sulphur Springs. Stars wide side, the right, ball from the left hash, and it's Thornton at quarterback. And trying to see the ball carry, that's Albie, I think, 28, yeah. Patterson making the tackle. Two wideouts near side. Andrew Varner is one of the two. Going to be a receiver on the short side of the field, just past the numbers. Getting the ball from the right hash, and Matthew Rice in motion. And going to pull the Rockets off here. Movement at the line. Melvin Boone got a little anxious there.
They're going to call it against Siegel for a false start.
So
somebody moved.
Well, that would be why Mr. Boone decided he was going to do what he did. So that penalty will make it 2nd and 12. Same lineup here. Varner, And Rice, nope, different lineup here right side with 3 wideouts. Back to pass Thornton. They bring some pressure. Catch is made by Inslee. Inslee's got room. 30, 35, 40, 45 to the midfield. No, he's going to be out of bounds. Tiptoeing down the sideline there, but a nice big run there by senior Kevin Inslee. 10 carries, 124 yards, and a touchdown coming into this game, and gets the Stars a big first bank first down. Brooks made the tackle, which, John, had Brooks not been there, he might have been able to go all the way.
Oh, yeah, and a great move to the outside, too, to pick up that first down.
1st and 10, Albee on the run, going around the left end. And going to be punched out of bounds around the 48-yard line. That's going to give him a 5-yard pickup. John, it always seems you get a big play, that kind of loosens the defense up a little bit.
Well, and what you're doing is you're giving that offensive line confidence that they can create holes for them. And so far, so good. They really have done a good job up front.
Rice and Hostetler, along with Varner, going to line up wideouts here to the near side. Now that's going to be Rice on the right end of that line. The pass comes this way, and the ball bounces around. Hostetler never controlled it, and it's incomplete. Well, he had some room to run, too, I think maybe that's what he thought.
Thought about it, didn't, and kind of took his eye off the ball at the last second. That was a good call on a 2nd and 5, too. Put the ball up, mix it up a little bit.
So it'll be 3rd down and 5 yards to go. They need to get the ball to the Rockvale 47 for a first down here. Inslee's going to be on the left side, the lone receiver over there. Albee on the left hip of Thornton, and movement again. This time, was it Rockvale? And that's the way it looks.
Yeah.
And it was.
And that's going to make that automatic first down for him, too.
Should be just enough. It was 3rd and 5, and it's now 1st and 10, so a first down for the Stars. Nice opening drive here, just underway here on State Farm Prep Sports this evening. Here's Albee going left side, around the end. There are flags that fly in the middle of that. So we'll see what the penalty markers are about.
I'm not really sure there.
It was in the kind of the pile-up, wasn't it?
Almost looked like, well, it's going to be against Siegel, so I guess it was holding.
Maybe it was the hold that tried to spring him forward for a little room over there on the far side, so that will back up the Stars 10 yards. Decker made the tackle there.
I think that hold came really late, too. I mean,
it must have.
Albee was trying to turn that corner.
Because it's at the 20, or 20 yards to go for a first down. Trying to run up the middle. There's nothing there this time.
Time after time, again,
lost a yard.
In every game that we've seen, that teams struggle offensively, it's the penalties. And it just kills your drive. There they were 1st and 10 at the 48, and now they're backed up 2nd and 22.
And back at their own 41-yard line. On the minus side of the field for them. 2 wide near side, 1-2 to the left. Thornton, some time to pass, now in the pocket. No, he's going to be slung down. And a great tackle there by Dallas Paldo. Going to be maybe a yard or two. They didn't move the sideline stick there, so I don't think they're giving him anything. Ball right there at the 41.
I think maybe his knee went down. But it
Must have.
It looked like he got.
Looked like maybe at least a yard.
Yeah.
But not the case, and it's 3rd and 22 for the Stars. The holding penalty may be the bane of existence for football. Twins to either side. They're bringing pressure. Thornton hit as he launched the football, incomplete. Boy, he got it on the blind side that time.
He
and
sure
that was
did.
Decker.
They brought him from both ends that time. Good play by Rockvale, doing a little stunning up front. Good recovery there by the Rockets.
Holding penalty stalls this drive for the Stars, and their first drive will end in a punt here. Standing back at the 27, the returner. And Siegel may have gotten that football. I don't think so. No. Rockvale recovers it. Boy, we have seen the weirdest things happen on kickoffs and punts this year.
Every night, it's an adventure. That time he secured it, then he dropped his hands down and he lost it for a second, but was able to pick it back up.
Well, it'll be 1st and 10 for the Rockets. Our first chance to see them here in this game tonight. No score. 8:27 to play in the first quarter. One wide out near side. They're going to send Paldo in motion. He's going to line up tight end on the near sideline, or near end of the line there, if you will. And a run to about the 32-yard line. Varner making the tackle. I didn't see who had the football, John. 2nd down and 8, so only 2-yard pickup. I believe that was Kennedy, if I'm not mistaken. Hashes and numbers right side for the wideouts. One on either side of the numbers here near side. Pass over here to Paldo, and he's going to be wrapped up quickly. Nothing doing there, and depending on where he caught that football, it may be a loss. We'll just have to see about the spot. I think they're going to give him at least the line of scrimmage there, and it's 3rd and 8. Ward making the tackle. And it'll be a long 3rd down and 8 here. Ball from the left hash once again.
That was Kennedy on that play.
Okay. Evan Rogers at quarterback, rolls out right side. Throws a long deep ball, almost picked, but then picked up for a big 1st down, or no? Official on the near side waving it off. That is a first down.
Yeah, made the
Nathan
catch.
Sandifer, I think, 18. We've seen a lot of different subs in this game.
Now,
and the penalty on the backside of that was the, I failed to mention that, it's a personal foul. Or unsportsmanlike. It's a 15-yarder regardless, and it's 1st and 10 at the Siegel 41-yard line. Rockvale a bit late getting players out. Torrey Patterson lines up at tight end on the near side. It's going to be Kennedy on the run. Goes to the right, takes an angle toward the numbers.
You got a pretty good yardage there.
And they got it down to the 37 from the 41. Beverly on the tackle. So the quarterback, Rogers, has Kennedy right behind him.
Kennedy's one of those guys that got hurt early and now is back.
Runs it right side. Going to keep pushing forward. Going to get it all the way down to the 33-yard line. Picks up 4 before Inslee brings him down. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2.
Big 3rd down here. And it is 4-down territory too here if they decide they want to keep going. They don't make it this time.
Rogers, the 5'10 sophomore, 142 pounds. Tonight's signal caller. No Jalen Morgan in this game so far. Don't know if there's been an injury keeping him sidelined or what. No score, 5:40 to play. And here's Kennedy on the third down. Penalties fly everywhere. Lost about, well, they moved it on me.
Well,
I'll have to see what the penalty is.
It was at the 30.
Yeah, it's
33.
got back to the line of scrimmage
Yeah.
at least. If it's against Siegel, that'll give them a first down. But it's not looking like
They're
that's the
walking back.
case. Probably a hold then, wouldn't you say? Yep. Holding against the Rockets will back them up there. Well, John, both teams promising drives, then a huge penalty. We can see here if Rockvale can get out of the hole, but 3rd and 2 is a whole lot easier than 3rd and 12, which they're facing right now. And I'm not sure if it's 4-down territory or not anymore.
Correct. You probably are correct if they don't get some yardage out of this.
Rogers, there's a flag already. Makes a nice pass on the drag play. And it's completed to Torrey Patterson for 5 yards, but we'll see what the penalty is here. Varner and Ward on the tackle. It's a sideline warning. Okay, sideline warning. So then it's must be a penalty then. No, ball right there, 4th and 8. It was completed there to the 39 then. So 4th and 8. Rockvale is going to go for it here, it looks like. Kennedy on the right hip of sophomore Rogers. Steps up in the pockets, in trouble, and brought down for a sack. And give the Siegel Stars a brown bag.
Great pursuit. Boy, they gave him no time to throw that time. Didn't have enough time to even look for a receiver.
Sacked by Graves. Graves, his 3rd sack of the season, and he has 3 of the 7 sacks for Siegel this year. So the Stars are going to take over since that was 4th down. Thornton, the pass tipped in the air and falls to the turf. It was tipped by Cavante Porter and incomplete.
Right now we're playing midfield football. Everything around the 50-yard line. Our game tonight brought to you by First National Bank of Middle Tennessee, Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home, Dr. Automotive, and State Farm.
Brian Barrett, John Dinkins, Rod Edwards here. Danny Osborne doing our camera work tonight. Jackson Smith back at the station for us. Still in the first quarter. Time winding down. Running left side is Michael Batts. And Batts has run out of bounds for a loss of a couple there. Ward on the tackle for Rockvale. So it's 3rd down now and 12.
Neither team able to run the football, to be honest, except for the one run by Inslee.
2 wide outs either side. Thornton back to pass. Lofts it, and a great catch made right at the midfield stripe by Andrew Varner.
Sure was.
What a grab.
They needed 12. He got 13. And a good throw by Thornton. He zipped it in there.
He knew exactly where to go, didn't he?
Be another first down. Keeps the drive alive.
First bank first down.
Oh,
Fourth
he didn't
down.
make it. Didn't make it.
He was right close to it.
I'm confused.
Here's the kick. Fair catch by Rockvale. Riley Talley. It is 7-0. Stewart's Creek leads with 3:33 left in the first quarter. Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard update there for you.
I must have misinterpreted the line judge down there, because I could have sworn that thing was at the 50 and he made it there, but been wrong before. Won't be the last time.
Well,
I try hard.
Well, we all try, don't we?
But still a good catch.
It was. 1st and 10 now for Rockvale. Evan Rogers sends a man in motion from left to right. Going to be a handoff to the 25-yard line. So
Kennedy,
yep. He's got his shirt, his jersey is pulled up there. Hard to catch that.
4 carries for 15 yards for Kennedy so far.
Grisham making the tackle there for the Stars. Another carry for Kennedy. On 2nd down and 3. He's going to carry it up to about the 27. It's going to be really close. Clock at 2:15. Still counting. It is going to be 3rd down and about a yard. Inslee making the tackle. So here on 3rd and 1, deep at their own 27. Here's Patterson moving to the right side of that line. Play going that way for Kennedy, trying to turn and churn, and gets it to the 30, and it's enough for a first bank first down.
Got 4 on that play for the first down.
It's Inslee who made the tackle.
I'll say this, they've missed Kennedy.
So another first down here, and we're getting close to the end of the first. No score. And here's a run right up the gut. And to the 36 on the gut buster there is Kennedy. He is a senior, brought down by Ward for the Stars. Brings up a 2nd down.
Another good run, interior of the line. Doing a nice job.
Ball is on the right hash now, so 2 wideouts near side. Paldo lining up at tight end here on the near, or wing back, if you will, on the left. And in motion, coming this way, flags everywhere, as Citizen James makes the run. We'll have to see what the yellow hankies are about. Santel makes the tackle. 17 tackles on the season for Santel, 1 for loss, 4 pass defenses. It's going to be against Rockvale, though. And that is going to put them way back at the 15 and a half yard line.
Another hold. Trying to do an in round there, and somebody's nipped somebody.
31 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Kennedy running, angling toward the sideline, really. Gets just a few there. 3rd down. Beverly making the tackle, a couple of yards. Beverly on defense this year, 21 tackles, 6 solo, 15 assists, 4.5 for loss. That takes us to the second quarter. No score between Rockvale and Siegel here on State Farm Prep Sports.
Hello friends, Lenny Farmer with Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home. More than I can count, we have taken care of families who were totally caught off guard with the passing of a loved one. There are so many details to tie up. It really can be overwhelming. Again, more than I can count are the comments from families who have pre-planned and pre-funded their or their loved one's funeral, saying, "I'm so thankful we took care of this ahead of time. It would have been a financial hardship had we not. Let me help you pre-plan." Call me at 615-893-2422.
Upgrade your home's comfort with Roscoe Brown & Carrier smart thermostats. Yep, they're smarter than me. Our cutting-edge technology learns your habits, adjusting your home's temperature for ultimate comfort, all while saving on energy costs. Experience the convenience of controlling your HVAC system. Just click of a button on your phone from anywhere at any time. Turn to the experts at Roscoe Brown & Carrier, where modern comfort meets innovation. Your family's comfort is our family's legacy. We're Roscoe Brown. RoscoeBrown.com.
I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
State Farm Prep Sports on News Radio WGNS is brought to you in part by the Murfreesboro Special Census being conducted now. It means more money for the city to improve roads, parks, and services. Be counted. Fill out the fast, secure, and easy form at murfreesborocensus.com and complete the census at murfreesborocensus.com.
Ready for the second quarter. We'll give you a rundown on the Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard here in just a quick moment. 3rd down and 23. Rogers is back to pass, rolls out left side. Going to sling it. Has a man there. It's a jump ball, and it's intercepted by the Stars. And that's Delvion Ewing with the pick. Delvion Ewing with the INT. And for Ewing, that is his first interception of the season.
And they read that one pretty well. They had him covered pretty good.
Updates here on the scoreboard. 7-0 here, of course. 7-0 Stewart's Creek McGavock, and MTCS leads 8-0 over Ezel Harding. Score updates we have for you. Looks like McGavock scored to open the second quarter, but the PAT was blocked, so it's 7-6 Stewart's Creek. Back to pass Thornton. Dumps it right side. It's going to be caught over there by Hostetler. And it's a 12-yard pickup for him there. Nice pass from the junior Thornton.
Hostetler did a good job after he made the catch, but they're bringing it back.
Flag on the play. Morgan made the tackle. It's a hold against the Stars. My goodness. Both teams can't get out of their own way right now, can they?
Midfield football right now. That is already 4 holding penalties, both teams combined.
Puts the ball back at their own 30, or the Rockvale 38. And here's the run by Albia, and picks up just a couple there. Porter making the tackle for the Rockets. 2nd down. 18. See what Coach Adam Renshaw has in the 2nd down and 18 category on the play chart. 2 receivers near side. It's Albia running it to the right, and that's snuffed out. He's going to lose a couple there.
Lost the 2 yards he just gained. I tell you, we mentioned this earlier. Whoever runs the ball best tonight is going to win this football game. And so far, I haven't gotten any apparent winner. Right now, I'd say Rockvale's probably moving it a little better than Siegel on the ground. Kennedy's had a pretty good night so far.
It also may be the team that has fewer mistakes.
Yes.
Especially penalties from the way we've seen this first half so far. 10-14 left here in the half. And there is a whistle to stop play.
Well, here's an example, Brian. They got the ball off an interception. had good field position, but they've done nothing but go backwards.
Rockvale has to make a substitution for a player there.
I bet it was that same guy we saw before the game.
Oh, with us.
I know he mentioned it,
Yeah, sure did. Football pants, man. That's been something big this year. Thornton in trouble, in a world of trouble, and he is going to be taken down for a huge loss. Back
I think they're going
to the 46. There is a flag. Thornton, when he popped up, he had some words to say for someone. And that's going to be a hold against the Stars. Ooh, now a flag now. So that's some chatter. Give Patterson the sack for the Rockets. And now it looks like we're going to get timeout here. So a timeout on the field, 9:54 to play in the half. No score. Siegel and Rockvale on State Farm Prep Sports.
This is a paid legal ad.
Hi, this is John Day of the Law Offices of John Day. I've lived and worked as a lawyer in Middle Tennessee for over 30 years, and to me, every single day has been an honor. That's why our firm is so involved with community programs like bicycle helmet giveaways and our Safe Ride Home program. At the Law Offices of John Day, we're not just looking to make donations. We want to make a difference in the community we hold so dear. And if you're ever injured, know that we are here for you too.
Local business owners, you know how important it is to be here for your customers. I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and I run a small business in Rutherford County too. I'm here to help you protect your small business. Call me at 615-900-0877.
At State Farm, when home and auto work together as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves. Give me a call at 615-873-1700 and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto. I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves. You're listening to Prep Football.
Well, we are back. The holding penalty was declined, but there was a personal foul on sportsmanlike conduct against the Stars. So that puts the ball 4th and 35 at their own 37, and Siegel will punt. Amalek Tapia with the punt. Takes a bit of a Siegel roll a couple of yards after it hits the turf to about the 42-yard line, and that's where the Rockets will start. Well, John, you've said it. I guess the word of the first half has been, what did you say, middle of the field football here?
Midfield football,
Yeah.
and that's exactly what – nobody can get anything going, and if they do get something going, they're killed by a penalty. So got to clean those up. Both teams have to do that. And Coach Renshaw called a timeout, I think, to calm his unit down after that personal foul penalty. Might have done a little chewing too. You know?
I would think. He doesn't look like much of a – he's very calm.
He is.
But I'm sure he had some words
and
there.
a good guy. But
absolutely.
Enough's
but
enough,
sometimes,
yeah.
Rogers with the handoff, and Kennedy to the 40, so picks up 4 yards there on that one.
You keep thinking Rockvale will get something going, but then they have a big major penalty that sets them back. But they have moved the ball a little bit better on the ground.
Receiver at the numbers on the far side. That's the short side of the field. One between the hashes and numbers here near side. And it was a fake, and the quarterback, Evan Rogers, sneaks it to the 42. That was a pretty good fake, but only got 2, maybe 3 right up the middle. Beverly on the tackle for the Stars. Jonathan Beverly, one of the leading defenders for the Stars defense. 3rd and 4. 2 wide here near side. Going empty on the left. Ball is almost between the hashes. And Rogers on a little screen pass completes it to Dallas Paldo, the big tight end, and still going. Never went down and crosses the 50 to the 45-yard line.
That was a nice play. They set that up well. They had a screen to the left side after the rush, and then Paldo did the rest after. I think he already had the first down, then he really picked up some more yardage.
Tackled by Inslee. 1st and 10, so a first bank first down for the Rockets. One receiver either side of the field. Kennedy going to be spun down around the 43-yard line, so picks up a couple there. Quite a few changes on the lineup offensively for the Stars. Siegel had senior Jalen Morgan out there. He is listed on their depth chart as a backup, but Rogers getting the start tonight, going with the sophomore. Same set as before. I believe that's Paldo on the right side. No, he's in motion. That's not him, though. That's Talley. Talley going to get the handoff, and let's see where that spot is. Maybe just 1 yard, looks like. 7 minutes to go. No score between these two teams so far. Left in the second quarter, too, by the way.
I'm going to need a new chart.
You are?
I got chicken scratches all over the place.
Harris making the tackle.
Big play right here.
Yep, 3rd and 7. Trips to the far side. That's the wide side, either side of the hashes and at the numbers. One receiver here to the right. Going this way, and some confusion on the route. Nathan Sandifer was about 5 yards further downfield, but he was the first and only target on that, looked like, on that play. Well, John, on 4th and 7 at your 42.
Got to go.
Looks like they are.
Yeah, going to go. With the inability of either team to move the football, every opportunity you have to keep it is important.
2 to the right, 2 to the left. Some choices for Rogers, but he's sacked. And give that to Drew Hostetler.
Well, Drew Hostetler drew the blocker into him, just overran him and made that tackle. Wow, that was impressive.
That is Drew's first sack of the season.
Change the downs here and we'll go the other way.
And the ball at the 50, right at the midfield.
Yeah. Hey, what a surprise. Our game tonight is brought to you by Fans Heating and Air, Middle Tennessee Electric, Sir Pizza, Bowen's Body Shop, and Franklin's Print Works.
Not a ton of games tonight, but they're very important. Stewart's Creek leading 7-6 in their game with McGavick. Nice run. Still on his feet is Albia all the way to the 38-yard line of Rockvale. Long run of 12, and it's 1st and 10 for the Stars after the first bank first down.
That time he followed his blockers well. The offensive line created the hole, and he found it, and best run of the night for Siegel.
Offices in Murfreesboro, Smyrna, and over 80 across the southeast. We're talking about First Bank. 2 near side. Inslee and Jaden Willis, the junior. Thornton comes this way and just throws it away. Good pursuit there by the Rockets. And looks like another flag. I heard the whistle, and it was well after the play. Still haven't seen the flag, but I'm sure it's out there somewhere. It's way on the other side of the field, isn't it? So penalty is against the Stars. And it's a 5-yarder back to the 43. At their 43-yard line are the Rockets now with a 1st 15. Thornton launches it way high and out of bounds.
Well, that was Thornton just, that one got away from him. He
airmail there.
Really tried to throw it hard, and he sure did.
Intended for Kevin Inslee, senior wide receiver. This game we're keeping a close eye on tonight because it has implications with how the Smyrna Stewart's Creek side of the bracket looks in the playoffs. Ravenwood leads 7-3 after a quarter. Down the sideline, moving down the sideline, Inslee, and a scrum at the 30. They're finally going to take him down somewhere inside the 30-yard line. So it's going to be about a 13, 14-yard pickup there, depending on the spot.
Just a simple out route, and Inslee did the rest of it. Stayed behind his blocker, even pushed him a little bit to get that extra yardage.
Actually, it's going to be a little better than that, about 15 yards, right, at the 28-yard line. So Siegel is sniffing the John Day legal red zone here. Albia tumbled down at the 25 for about a 3-yard pickup. And second down and 7 to go. 4:52 to play in the half. John, if Siegel can muster a score here, that would be really big.
Well, they have not made, they had the one offsides, but they haven't really made any mistakes on this drive. And you can live with a 5-yard penalty sometimes, but those 10-yard holds are killers.
Here's Thornton. Quick pass to Inslee down the left sideline, 20. And inside the 20 and the John Day legal red zone are the Siegel Stars here now.
Well, if it works once, you do it again, and it did.
He was
simple
one
out
tackle
to the
away
left.
from that one.
Yeah.
Morgan on the tackle for Siegel. For Rockvale.
Got about 5 there. Bring up a 3rd and 1.
Yep. 3rd and 1 for the Stars at the 19-yard line. Michael Batt lined up on the right hip, and now penalty marker thrown. I think this is on the Rockets, and it is. A 5-yard there. Puts the ball at the 14-yard line for the Stars. Take yards however you can get them, and that's also a first bank first down.
That's 4 first downs on the night for Siegel.
Batt still at running back in the backfield in the pistol. They fake to him, to Inslee, left sideline, 10, and pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Well, they're wearing out this left sideline. Going to be out of bounds at the 8 or the 7. It's the 8, isn't it? Patterson on the tackle for Rockvale.
Yeah, that's 8. Yeah, I think that's right.
So second down 4, a 6-yard gainer there on that play. Albia, the carry, almost getting into the end zone, but going to be tripped up at the 1. Picks up 7 there, and it's 1st and goal for the Stars from the 1. Brooks on the tackle.
Really been impressed with the line this drive. They've done a really good job of opening up some holes. Not massive holes, but enough to get you pick up some first downs.
Albia in the backfield. It's a sneak. Thornton in for the touchdown. Rushing touchdown for Tristan Thornton, and the Stars draw first blood here.
It looked like everybody froze there for a second. When he got the ball, he was in the shotgun, wasn't he? And he just went in for the score. Nicely done.
Toots touchdown there for the Siegel Stars on the scoreboard first here in this battle with the Rockets. Don't forget Toots after the game. Good place to go get you a snack. Amelik Tapia 4-point. It's up and good. So with 3:02 to play in the half, a huge score for the Siegel Stars. They lead at 7-0 on State Farm Prep Sports.
Make one of our Rutherford County locations your pre- or post-voting spot. Stop by Toots and make sure you get out and vote. This is Nick Hayes with Toots Restaurants, reminding you to get out and vote and stop by one of our locations for a $6.99 lunch special afterwards.
Hi, this is Wade Hayes of Toots Restaurants. It's an election year, so it's very important that you get out and vote. Right, Jack?
Yep. It's real important that everyone gets out and vote this year. Toots.
For more than 36 years, Wilson Bank & Trust has been proud to serve communities all across Tennessee.
As an independent local bank, we provide banking products competitive with large banks, but delivered with personalized local service. Wilson Bank and Trust has been community-focused since 1987 and looks forward to many more. Discover the power of local community banking that truly makes a difference. Give us a call or come on by any of our local 30 locations or visit wilsonbank.com to learn more. Member FDIC.
I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Game tonight brought to you by Roscoe Brown Heating and Air, First Bank, Murfreesboro Medical Clinic, and the law offices of John Day.
Harrison Zolt to kick off here. Going to be taken by the Rockets at the 10. Little reverse. And now Romeo George has it. Finally going to be tackled at the 29, just shy of the 30. Nice little play to get him a couple extra yards.
Yeah, they've got 3 timeouts left, 2:52 to go. Plenty of time here for the Rockets.
Stars with a nice drive put together, ending in a 1-yard quarterback keeper. See what the Rockets have an answer here. Scoreless first quarter and really most of the second. Just under 3 minutes to play here. Bryson Green, no, sorry, wrong side. Kennedy in there with Rogers. Kennedy going to turn it up, run it up the middle and to the 31. Just a couple of yards there for him. And the ball right over the 30 at the 31, closest to the right hash. Scribner making a tackle for the Stars. Citizen James coming out here to the right at the numbers. Another receiver on the wide side, the far side at the numbers. Patterson and Paldo shift to the right side of the line, and something was wrong as the whistle is blown. Flag on the far sideline. And movement. That's against the Stars. That'll cost them 5 yards and give Rockvale the ball at the 36-yard line with a 2nd and 3 to go. Clock rolling here. 2:08 to play in the half. Ideas T's halftime show is coming up for you in a few. Tight end shift. Paldo on the right end. Blocking here on the near side. And a nice block to open things up for Drakel Kennedy. He is a senior and has pretty much been the offense tonight for the Rockets. Varner on the tackle for Siegel.
39 yards on 12 carries, which is a little over 3 yards a carry. And that's about what he's gotten. Hasn't been able to break one.
Still 7-6 in that Stewart's Creek game. I'll give you a detail about that in a second. And a big hole here for Kennedy. 40, 45 to the 50. And finally muscled down at the 46-yard line of Siegel. A long run there by Drakel Kennedy of 14 yards.
Like a little draw play that was very effective.
That Stewart's Creek McGavick game is in a long delay here with an injury. One of the McGavick players with a pretty bad break. Ball dropped, and it's on the turf. Who is going to come up with this loose, bouncy ball? He just kind of dropped it, he being Rogers. And now a flag in the melee. I think maybe Siegel has it. Rockvale player talking to one of the officials. They haven't signaled either way. I don't think I missed it. Personal foul against the Rockets. They must have maintained possession.
Yes.
So, and that's why they're marking off the 15-yard penalty. And so that takes it back to the 30. No, it's Siegel's ball at the 35.
All right, they did get it. And you know what I think happened? After the fumble, I think one of the Rockvale players didn't agree with the official on that.
Well, 56 seconds. What can the Stars do here?
Actually, they can do plenty. They got 3 timeouts left. Just
see how they manage the clock. No, it is Rockvale's ball. That's what I thought. And back to pass. Right there at the sideline is Rogers, and got it completed to the 38-yard line. Be about a 5-yard pickup there. .36 seconds left in this half. Siegel leading 7-0. Paldo going to roll out as one of the receivers, so 2 to either side for the Rockets. Back to pass, stretching, trying to make it, but incomplete in front of him there.
So honestly,
that is Sandifer.
That personal foul penalty really hurt them.
Sure did.
Because they had the ball at midfield, and then you bring it back 15, and that just took them out of their drive there.
And there's not much to do on 4th and 26 but punt.
Yeah, and I think Siegel will be content just to go in the locker room with that lead.
Siegel has a man at the 25. Ball dropped. The kick just got off by Cicelone, and they're going to throw a flag on that play. And the ball is going to be picked up at the 32-yard line, but I would say where that flag came in, it's going to be roughing the kicker.
That is correct.
And I tend to want to argue a little bit about that, John, because when the punter dropped the ball, the player continued on to make a play. I mean, he could have blocked it. I mean, he dove into the punter.
Yeah.
He did hit the punter, got the kickoff, but that ball could have been on the ground. Try to scoop up a fumble, block it. That's a tough one. That may be what Adam Renshaw's saying, too.
Well, and the momentum of that, anyway, put him into that. I would have been okay if they hadn't called it.
Yeah, I guess that's a tough call. But that also leads to the Rockets maintaining possession here at the 47 of Siegel with 19 seconds left in the half. Siegel up 7-0.
Well, it'll only hurt for Siegel if they throw a bomb and they score.
Yep. Rogers rolls out, passes right side, and the pass is incomplete. And a great play over there on Citizen James by the Siegel defender.
That was pretty scary pass because they had two defenders over there where that ball was thrown.
And that was Ewing making that great play. They'd stop the clock with the incomplete pass, so 10 seconds and another chance at a shot here. Drakel Kennedy in the backfield with Evan Rogers. 2 to the left, 1 right side. Rogers flushed out of the pocket, in trouble. On the run, just going to keep it and gets to the 40-yard line as time is going to expire here on this first half. Well, that takes us to halftime. And your score at the half. 7-0. Siegel Stars will hold your horses here. Timeout before time expired, so we'll get one more play with 2 seconds on the clock, I guess. Make it 3.
So quick, convenient, efficient. 3 words that we all hope to experience when we do business. Our goal at JHA Company is to bring just that to an industry that's traditionally dictated to the customer.
Yeah. So what we had here was a timeout by the Rockvale Rockets that puts 3 seconds back on the clock. The clock did expire. Teams went to the sidelines. They were headed to the locker room, weren't they, John?
Right. It's just been that kind of game.
Yeah, it's been weird in many aspects. Ball at the 41-yard line here. So with 3 seconds, Rockvale will have one more shot. I'd already put halftime on here and already taking a break, all that good stuff, but one play. Floats it over to Kennedy. And he is going to be absolutely hammered. And that was Matthew Rice on the takedown, and that's going to end the first half. For real this time. And your halftime score, 7-0. Siegel Stars over the Rockvale Rockets. You're listening to State Farm Prep Sports.
It's efficient. 3 words that we all hope to experience when we do business. Our goal at JHA Company is to bring just that to an industry that's traditionally dictated to the customer when it's time to do business. Whether you're purchasing class pictures in a yearbook, class jewelry, a letter jacket, school spirit wear, or senior graduation products, we strive to make the experience quick, convenient, and efficient. Find out more at jhacompany.com. JHA, your one source for an unparalleled scholastic experience.
At Dr. Automotive in Smyrna, we're committed to providing local car owners with top-notch auto repair services. With over 2 decades of experience, our ASC certified master technicians are experts in both foreign and domestic vehicles, ensuring accurate diagnosis and timely, cost-effective repairs. From oil changes to major engine and transmission repairs, we've got the cure for your car. Dr. Automotive, keeping your car running smoothly, mile after mile. Visit our website, smyrnaautorepair.com.
Murfreesboro is conducting a special census, and we need your help. An accurate population count means more shared state revenue for things like road repairs, park improvements, and new sidewalks. Here's Murfreesboro Mayor Shane McFarland.
Another big benefit is the more dollars we receive could also help keep our taxes low. We need everyone to participate, so take part in our 2025 special census.
Count me in.
Okay, count me in.
And count me in too.
Let's make sure every resident counts. Visit murfreesborocensus.com.
For 75 years, Murfreesboro Medical Clinic has been a cornerstone of health and compassion in our community. From our humble beginnings to the advanced, comprehensive care we offer today, our commitment to you has never wavered. With 8 locations across Murfreesboro and Middle Tennessee, and over 100 physicians, we continue to provide the highest standard of care. Then, now, and always, your health is our mission.
Craig's Tax Service.
We perform tax preparation, individual tax returns, corporations, partnerships, and all your payroll bookkeeping needs.
Brandon Craig with Craig's Tax Service.
We fulfill all your tax preparation needs from individual returns to corporations and handle any of those scary letters you may get from the IRS.
Craig's Tax Service at 142 Heritage Park Drive. Call 890-2233 for an appointment.
We're proud to support all Rutherford County athletes.
Craig's Tax Service, 890-2233.
Shop your favorites at Dillard's, J.C. Penney, Rue 21, Hot Topic, and more. Grab a bite at Crab Fever, Sam's Sports Grill, Olive Garden, or Miller's Ale House. With more than 60 retailers, you're sure to find something that you'll love at Stones River Town Center. Find them on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for style tips, upcoming events, and sales information. Stones River Town Center, off Old Fort Parkway in Murfreesboro. Shopping centered on you. Online at shopstonesriver.com.
I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Siegel leads it here 7-0 at halftime, and welcome to the Ideas Tees halftime show. John Dinkins, Rod Edwards, Brian Barrett with you. And if you're looking for the best in school spirit wear, screen printing, embroidery, and specialty items in Rutherford County, well, look no further than Ideas Tees. Plus, don't miss out on officially licensed MTSU Blue Raider gear at Raider Tees. From tees and hats and polos and more, they've got everything you need to show your Blue Raider pride. You can visit their showroom over at 910 Risley Road, just off Broad Street between Chewy's and Chili's, and they can put your logo on just about anything. Stop by and discover how they can help you promote your favorite team, workplace, or organization. Learn more at ideastees.com. Time for the Dr. Automotive Live Report, and subbing for Danny Brewer tonight is Brian Barrett. And Brian,
I bet he doesn't have a stinger.
Oh, wow.
What about that?
Yeah, pretty impressive. This is a game, it's kind of the score is what we kind of figured. We thought it'd be low scoring, a lot of running the football, not a lot of passing, and right now it's true to form, isn't it?
Well, it's been marred by penalties this first half, and Siegel was able to put together an awesome drive and score, John, and the difference in that drive versus the others, there was only a 5-yard penalty in that.
Right.
So, I mean, we've had some holds, we've had couple of personal foul or unsportsmanlike conduct penalties. So, I mean, that's just it's tough. But Siegel has been able to overcome that. I'm not so sure with so many changes in offense, a new sophomore quarterback in, no Jalen Morgan. Rockvale's just still trying to find themselves a bit offensively.
Timing's a little bit off, too.
Yeah.
That's your Dr. Automotive Live report. Dr. Automotive is a cure for your car. Brothers Danny and Randy Brewer have been providing Rutherford County with ASC certified auto repair for decades. They grew up here and are your neighbors. Foreign and domestic auto repair, that's Dr. Automotive on Hazelwood Drive in Smyrna. Online at smyrnaautorepair.com. Also now, time for our Craig's Tax Service first half recap in this ball game, and it's not going to take long, that's for sure. In 3:02 to go in the second quarter, there was a scoreless first quarter. Siegel scored on a 1-yard run by Thornton.
It's a sneak. Thornton in for the touchdown. Rushing touchdown for Tristan Thornton and the Stars. Draw first blood here.
It looked like everybody froze there for a second. When he got the ball, he was in the shotgun, wasn't he? And he just went in for the score. And that capped off the scoring. They stayed both teams kind of stayed at midfield for most of the first half, except for that one drive. Those are your first half recap, brought to you by Craig's Tax Service. Tax laws can be very confusing, and you're going to know about it later on, so it makes sense to get help with your taxes. Craig's Tax Service specializes in personal and business tax preparation, financials, and bookkeeping services. Call them today at 615-890-2233. Craig's Tax Service is at 142 Heritage Park Drive, just off Memorial. Mike, Brandon, and Brett Craig, along with Bruce Hall, salute all Rutherford County teams this season and look forward to a great second half in tonight's game. And speaking of the stats in tonight's game, we'll give you the offensive stats brought to you by Fans Heating and Air, Winners Trophies, and JHA Company, Josh Houston and Associates. For Siegel, Albia, 7 carries, 30 yards. Inslee, 1 carry, 17 yards. Batts, 1 carry, -2 yards. Thornton on the night is 5 of 10 for 49 yards on the night. Hostetler's caught the ball 12 yards. Inslee, 4 catches, and he really was a part of that big drive with his catches. For total yardage for Siegel in the first half, 94 yards, 45 rushing, 49 passing. For the Rockvale Rockets, Rogers has run for 2 carries, 9 yards. Talley, 1 carry, 1 yard. And Kennedy, 13 carries and 53 yards. And Rogers on the day, 4 of 10, 1 interception, and he's passed for 35 yards. They've rushed for 63 for a total of 98 for the Rockets. And that's a look at your stats, brought to you by Fans Heating and Air, Josh Houston, and Winners Trophies, all coming your way. All right, we're going to turn it back to Brian Barrett for a Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard update.
Yeah, just got some news in on Eagleville. They lead 14-0 at the half. So 14-0 Eagleville up. Eagleville needs to win to ensure themselves a playoff spot. Where that will be, some things have to happen, but we know for sure they need to win. And the text I got back was, it's been an ugly first half, but Eagleville has the lead 14-0. With 1:42 to play in the first half, Stewart's Creek has now taken a 14-6 lead over McGavick. That may be closing in on halftime. They had a long injury delay there. At halftime, Middle Tennessee Christian School leads Easel Harding 8-0. And if you want to give us a score on the PCA web game, you can hit us up on Twitter at WGNS Sports Radio. Be sure to tag us at WGNS Sports Radio, and we'll be sure to get the score in on the game and on our live stream that's going out on Big G TV, which is where you can also watch the game on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch.
Thank you, Brian. Rayburn Insurance keys to the second half. Rod joins me here. Rod, this game, kind of what we figured. A lot of running, not a lot of passing, a lot of ineffective passing at this point. But Brian mentioned earlier that Rogers hadn't played a lot, trying to get his feet wet. And for Rockvale, Thornton is back, maybe a little rusty coming back, but they did put together one drive, and who knows, that may be all they need.
Yes, and there were some quick passes they had out to the receivers that got them the yardage and then opened up the run. So they had a little bit more imbalance in that long drive.
Brian Guthrie in the locker room right now. Rod, what's he telling his guys?
He's telling them we got first stop making mistakes. Penalties have killed them. Okay, and then you're going to have to consistently move the ball, good, but to block hard, and defensively you're going to have to pick it up a little bit because Siegel showed some life their last series.
The penalties, you mentioned it. Boy, they've just killed and really killed both teams on drives, and that's why we've been staying at midfield most of the game.
Right. In fact, Rockvale had a nice series going on, and they've got it over the 50-yard line. The next thing you know, they're about on their own 40.
That's your Rayburn Insurance keys to the second half, brought to you by Rayburn Insurance agent Rick Hall. As a locally owned agency in Smyrna, they offer the personalized service you won't get from big out-of-state providers. For auto, home, life, and business insurance needs, talk to Rick Hall, providing competitive prices and local advice. Now, we're getting the last game of the regular season out of the way, and we've got our Coach's Corner tomorrow, Prentice Allsup Heating and Air, beginning at 9, and is fueled by Donut Country and McDonald's of Murfreesboro. And here's the order. Riverdale will be at 9, Smyrna 9:15, Blackman 9:30, Laverne 9:45, Oakland at 10, Stewart's Creek at 10:15, Rockvale 10:30, Siegel 10:45, and Eagleville is at 11. Then you can join us for MTCS Cougar Corner, presented by Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance at 11:15. All right, 7-0 here. We've updated the scoreboard for you. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back, and we'll also have the second half for you here on State Farm Prep Football.
This is Craig Buckner with Mills Family Pharmacy.
Mills Family Pharmacy on South Church at Veterans Parkway.
You or your loved one are on a complex medication regimen. We can pack that into a multi-dose planner that's labeled correctly, that simplifies your life.
Mills Family Pharmacy, dedicated to providing customers with services that are customized to meet their needs.
Your medication's dispensed in a 30-day multi-dose planner, labeled correctly with each individual medication on each packet.
Mills Family Pharmacy, next to Toots on South Church at Veterans Parkway.
If someone asked, what's your more? Would you be surprised? Well, at First Bank, knowing your more is where we start. Whether it's seeing your kid's college graduation, seeing the world, or seeing the ocean from your patio, your more helps us see who you are. That's why First Bank offers you more time, more access to local lenders and leaders, more answers, and more products. So tell us, what's your more? First Bank. Bank local. Get more. Member FDIC.
You've seen the ads out there, companies wanting to buy your home. But why sell yourself short when you can get fair market value? I'm Lisa Patton. If you have an estate to settle or a home to sell, call Parks Auction. We'll work with you to sell your home or property in any condition with no costly repairs on your timeline. Why accept one offer when you can have multiple? You need Parks Auction. We look out for your best interest. Call Parks Auction today. We handle everything.
If you need concrete work done, who would I call? Dan Franz Concrete. Here's why. He's local. He attended Walter Hill Elementary, Oakland, and MTSU. He served our community as a school resource officer for 9 years, and he's involved in the community.
This is Dan with Dan Franz Concrete, wishing all Rutherford County student athletes a great season. Study hard, play harder, and be safe.
Dan Franz Concrete is a licensed and insured residential and commercial concrete construction contractor serving Middle Tennessee. Check out danfranzconcrete.com online to see some of their work.
We're back with Get to Know Your State Farm Agent. My pleasure to welcome in Andy Womack. Andy, you've been doing this for quite a while, haven't you?
I started in 1981.
And since then, you've done a lot of things, including being a state senator for a while, but you've kind of settled into this State Farm thing here for the long haul.
Well, yeah, I left the legislature with my head up, by the way, in the year 2000, chose not to run for election again. I served 3 terms, 12 years, and very proud of my service and proud of the accomplishments that took place while I was in service. I won't say I did them all, but a lot of good things happened for our community and particularly Middle Tennessee State. university at that time. So I'm proud of my service, but it was time to get back into my agency again.
Well, if you don't see Andy with the tie, you'll see him with blue on. A big supporter of the Blue Raiders as well.
Well, that's correct. I'm a graduate of MTSU, and my 3 brothers and sisters graduated there. My father graduated there. My 2 children graduated there, and we and my wife graduated there. So we run pretty blue.
True blue. What keeps you going to work every day? What do you love about this insurance thing that people keep coming to you and you keep serving Rutherford County? What makes it interesting for you?
Well, people probably don't look at us this way, but we're like a small mom and pop store in the community. Now it's built up to a nice agency with some full-time employees, and I've grown it with people in this community. And so I'm not unlike the fellow who starts a paint store or some other kind of small business and just develops that business. And so you're reluctant to want to give it up because you're so attached to it. It's such an important part of your life. And I enjoy this community, and the insurance business allows me opportunities to do public service work, and over the years I've been involved in a lot of nonprofit activities in the community, and I like the fact that this State Farm agency gives me the time to do that.
I appreciate all of your constant sponsorship of local sports and athletics and of the radio station, and you're a true friend. We appreciate it.
Well, I tell you, Brian, high school athletics in our community has always been important. I'm a graduate of Central High School, and probably one thing that kept us from having other high schools was we didn't want to give up our athletic success that we were having. But I'll tell you, even with all the splits and all the high schools, Rutherford County is still a leader in every athletic event for high school athletics. And it's just a great, healthy family activity for our community, and I'm glad to sponsor this to help promote high school athletics in Rutherford County.
Well, we've been doing this since 1947, and without business leaders like you, we wouldn't be able to do it. So we say thank you, Andy Womack.
Thank you, Brian. I appreciate it.
Andy Womack joining us here, State Farm agent, as we get to know your good neighbor State Farm agents here on News Radio WGNS.
Head over to J. Mullins Jewelry to check out their selection of rings, watches, custom design jewelry, and much more. They're a local business located at 352 West Northville Boulevard right here in Murfreesboro. They have gifts for all occasions, weddings, graduations, anniversaries, whatever you need, you can find it at J. Mullins Jewelry. That's at 352 West Northville Boulevard or online at mullinsjewelry.com.
It's not just your home or car. I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams. We see your home and car as the time and memories that you put into it. Give me a call at 615-459-2683 and let me help you give them the protection they deserve.
At State Farm, when home and auto work as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto.
It's Brian, and as a customer of First National Bank of Middle Tennessee, let me tell you how they can show up for you. Whether I need help navigating a financial decision or just a question, I know I can pick up the phone and talk to someone who's right here in our community. In a world that's becoming more impersonal every day, it's good to know that First National Bank of Middle Tennessee is always there with real people who care.
First National Bank of Middle Tennessee. We show up for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 401715.
For 75 years, Murfreesboro Medical Clinic has been a cornerstone of health and compassion in our community. From our humble beginnings to the advanced, comprehensive care we offer today, our commitment to you has never wavered. With 8 locations across Murfreesboro and Middle Tennessee and over 100 physicians, we continue to provide the highest standard of care. Then, now, and always, your health is our mission.
Hello, this is Lenny Farmer with Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home. Often when a man or woman finish pre-planning their funerals with me, I hear, "We should have done this 10 years ago." Or, "I thought about doing this years ago, but just never got around to it." Seems that we often put off the inevitable for ourselves. As one wise pastor put it, it's never too late to do what's right. Why not mark down on your calendar to call me to talk about your funeral needs at 615-893-2422. It's never too late.
Hi, this is Amanda from Animal City, and our hand-fed baby bird nursery is starting to fill up. If you are looking for your next sweet feathered companion, come in and see us. Find your next pre-loved, pre-spoiled pet here at Animal City. Be sure to check out our downstairs level. Here at Animal City, we would like to thank Murfreesboro for letting us be your family-owned and operated pet store for 33 years. Animal City is located at 919 Northwest Broad Street.
I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, former running back at Oakland High School, and you're listening to Prep Football.
We welcome you back here to Siegel High School, where Siegel is leading Rockvale 7-0. And we're going to update that scoreboard for you one more time in just a minute. Let's go over the defensive stats. They're brought to you by Fans Heating and Air, Winners Trophies, and JHA Company. And Rod, you the man with that.
Well, let's look at them. Starting out with our visiting Rockvale Rockets, Joshua Decker is leading the team with 4 tackles, but he also has a quarterback pressure that forced a bad pass on a 3rd down, which forced a ball coming back to his team. Evangelo Banks, their leading linebacker, had 3 tackles, and Torrey Patterson 2 tackles and a sack. For the Siegel Stars, Jesse Beverly had 5 tackles, Kevin Inslee 4, Andrew Varner 4, and Colby Ward 5 tackles. And Braden Grace had a sack for the Siegel Stars.
All right, Rod, those defensive stats brought to you by Fans Heating and Air, Winners Trophies, and JHA Company. All right, we want to remind you that if you've missed part of tonight's action or one of your favorite coaches, don't forget we're podcasting each game and coaches show for high school sports this season. Just log on to wgnssports.com to listen on demand. It's sponsored by Sir Pizza, who will also bring you the post-game replays. And that's going to do it for the IDST's halftime show. We're going to switch over now to Brian, who will update our scoreboard before we take our last break of the half.
All right, John, thanks for that.
Now, a Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard update.
Okay, everything at the half. Of course, 7-0 here, Siegel on top. At halftime, Eagleville with the lead, 14-0 over Cornersville. And from everything that we've looked at the other scores and all the scenarios, Richland leading big. If the scores that we have at halftime hold up, Eagleville would finish second. They've got to get the win and all these things, but if it were right now, Eagleville would finish second. So we'll keep a close eye on that. That would be big, a home playoff game, right? Halftime, Stewart's Creek 14-6 over McGavick. And at halftime, MTCS 8-0 over Ezel Harding. And with about 5 minutes to play in the first half, Webb School leads 27-13 over Providence Christian. Last night, it was Smyrna, a 37-8 winner over Cane Ridge. Antioch 55, Laverne 6. It was Oakland defeating Riverdale 36-21, and Coffee County with the 19-14 win over the Blackman Blaze last night. And with those scores from last night, we were able to put together a picture on the 6A bracket, and this is what it looks like. Oakland will host Lebanon. Mount Juliet will host Coffee County. Cookeville at Riverdale. Blackman will be at Green Hill. Stewart's Creek will play the Independent Summit winner. The winner of that game is the 4 seed. The loser is out. Brentwood Ravenwood, the winner or the loser of that game, will host Smyrna in the playoffs next week in 6A. Told you a little bit about Eagleville, MTCS, and PCA fighting for a playoff spot as well. We'll take a minute. We'll be right back for the second half on State Farm Prep Sports. Siegel up 7-0.
Hi, this is Nick Hayes with Toots Restaurants. Stop by and grab some Toots Buffalo Chicken Wings before your next sporting event. Call one of our locations today. Don't forget to add an order of fried dill pickles to your order. Our staff is ready to serve you at one of our 4 Rutherford County locations. The Original on Broad Street and Medical Center, Toots South on Highway 231, Toots West on Highway 96, or in Smyrna on Sam Ridley Parkway.
At Bud's Tire Pros, we sell all major brands of tires, and we invite you to stop by today for that next set of tires. Or maybe you need us to check out your vehicle before you head out of town. We offer everything from brakes to batteries, alignments, and more. No appointments necessary, just stop on by.
I'm Allison Mitchell with Bud's Tire Pros. We're located on East Main Street, exactly 3 miles from the town square, 1 mile past Rutherford Boulevard. Visit us online at budstireprostn.com.
I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Welcome back on State Farm Prep Sports. Speaking of Dana Womack, her offices are at 805 South Church Street between Farm Credit and the Post Office. Give Dana a call, 615-900-0877. Dana tomorrow will be at Cookin' to Build on the square, Habitat for Humanity. John, we could go there after the coaches show.
I really want to spend, another hour or so with you. Yeah, that'd be great.
You could go do your own thing. What they've got out there is really cool. You buy a bowl, and you get to go to any of the 30. You can go and fill up at all 30 if you want to. Soups, stews, and chilies.
Oh,
they're actually
the
judging
same bowl?
those and some. Well, they give you another. They give you your own bowl each time, a little styrofoam bowl, and you get to sample all of them, or just say fill her up on this one.
There's lunch.
Yeah, it's all for a good cause for Habitat for Humanity. Cookin' to Build is coming up tomorrow on the square. Ready to go here for the third quarter. Stars kicking off, and he got the toe into it there. And on the return is Matthew Rice, and he gets it to about the 25-yard line. And we're rolling here in the third quarter of play. John, I know we talked early about some of the keys and things like that, but if Rockvale were to score, this thing could get really interesting. I'm sure Siegel hoping to get the ball back and maybe add to their lead.
Yeah, well, interesting to see what adjustments Rockvale does offensively to answer Siegel's defense, but right now the Stars have been a little, but they haven't broken.
Run here to the near side by Jalen Morgan, who is in the ball game. And Hostetler ran him down, I think, for no gain. Lost a yard, didn't he?
Yep.
Running to the near side. First time we've seen Morgan in the game here. I'll have to watch. I'm not sure if he's back behind center.
I think he is.
I think he is too. And he is with the back on his right hip, or left hip, I should say. One wide out left, one to the near side. Morgan going to keep it. And it's going to be wrapped up back to the 20, so another loss. Patterson and Hostetler teaming up on that one.
So far, they have evidently knew Morgan was probably had an opportunity to play, and they've read it right both times on those two plays. There's no push. There's no push by Rockvale. I mean, you're not getting a push on that offensive line right now. It's been that way since about midway of the second quarter.
Webb leads 33-13 now over PCA with just seconds left in the half. A new update for you. Two wide near side, and James is going to come in to be the inside receiver. And Rogers back in and throws a pick right into the hands of Andrew Varner. Varner taking it to the right side, and Varner's going to have himself a pick six. Andrew Varner. And what a way to get your first interception of the season. Taking it in for the Siegel touchdown.
Threw it in some traffic, rolled out, had some pressure, and Varner just picked his pocket and had a clear route to the end zone.
Toots touchdown for the Siegel Stars, a defensive touchdown.
That's a pick six.
Sure is. Big play, start of this game, 10-10. Just really getting started here in the second half. And after the Toots touchdown, $6.99 weekday special. You can't beat it. Can't find a better lunch price, I tell you. And the kick up by Tapia and good, and it makes it 14-10 your score. 10-10 left in the third quarter on State Farm Prep Sports.
For more than 36 years, Wilson Bank & Trust has been proud to serve communities all across Tennessee. As an independent local bank, we provide banking products competitive with large banks, but delivered with personalized local service. Wilson Bank & Trust has been community-focused since 1987 and looks forward to many more. Discover the power of local community banking that truly makes a difference. Give us a call or come on by any of our local 30 locations or visit wilsonbank.com to learn more. Member FDIC.
If your job situation is changing because of layoffs or restructuring, you may have to make several decisions. One important decision may be what to do with your retirement plan. Make sure your retirement stays on track. I'm Lee Colvin, your Edward Jones financial advisor, and I'd like to help. Stop by our office in the Public Shopping Center on South Rutherford Boulevard or give us a call at 615-907-7056 for a face-to-face appointment. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves. You're listening to Prep Football.
Our game tonight brought to you by Sir Pizza, J. Mullins Jewelry, Winners Trophies, Donut Country, Parks Auction. And you can check out wgnssports.com for the latest prep and MTSU sports news, schedules, podcasts, and more. That's wgnssports.com.
And the kickoff by Zolt. Going to be taken inside the 5 by Rockvale.
Oh.
And
wow,
man alive, is Cavante Porter upended there. Goodness gracious. That was Grisham. Laid him out.
Well, that was quite a tackle. He didn't have a chance. Now, Brian, we're looking at the score here. It's 14-0. The further Rockvale gets down with the passing not being as good as it could be right now, they're going to have to run the football, and that offensive line is going to have to do a number here because Siegel's going to put a lot up at the front of the line, I would think, knowing that they're going to run the football.
Ball at the 19-yard line. They do hand this one off. It looks like Romeo George, I think. Got a yard. Inslee made the tackle there.
We haven't seen him tonight, have we?
I don't
Romeo.
think. And I think that's who it was. I saw a 3. $14-0 your score here. One wide out to either side. Ball is on the left hash. Tight end swap ends. And it's Rogers. Nothing up the middle for Rockvale. Now the scrum going to be blown dead. I think that was Morgan. Maybe that was Morgan on the other play too, John, for a yard. That 2 could have been a 3. I know you're looking through 2 panes and a screen. I have 2 panes. And Rod's got the only open window here. It's keeping him awake, though.
He's making me nervous. He's standing around, running around, left at halftime. I don't know.
Well, it's because of that open air window, that cold air. 3 wide here to the right. Pass complete. Rogers gets it upfield and going to get it up there for a first down.
Now that's what they need to do right there. A nice quick out to the left. Nothing fancy, but it gets the job done.
I believe that was Paldo, was it?
I think you're right.
Okay. We're just guessing now.
Well, how do I know? I'm looking through 3 screens.
I got it, yeah.
And you asked me?
Rogers with the handoff up the middle. Ball did pop loose late there. That is Romeo George there, so I bet that was him.
Okay, now make up your mind. Was it okay?
Oh, I'm trying. It's 3.
Got 4 on that play.
So makes it a 2nd and 6 after the first down. 2nd and 6 at the 37, their own 37. Rogers zips it right side and almost picked off again. There are penalty markers on the field, though. It is going to be intercepted. Rule it the interception. Second pick of the quarter.
Well, when you make that pass, you've got to get it there. And it was just a little bit late.
Ball was tipped into the hands of Ewing, who gets the pick.
Well,
and Ewing, his first interception.
Boy, if you're Siegel, that's like a gift handed to you now. This is twice, and the field position is so good for the Stars.
Especially if you, they scored on the first one, John. If they score on this one, that's the story of this ball game.
Yeah, could very well be, Brian.
7:35 to play. Siegel up 14-0. And they have the ball back on the second pick of the quarter. First one was a pick six. A yard for Albia. Brings up second down. Nelson with the takedown. Second down. The winner of this game will have something to brag about going into the offseason, something to work on and build upon. Quick pass here to the left. It is going to be caught. Nice move there by Varner. And Varner finally ridden out of bounds. Great pass from Thornton. We'll see where they mark the football, but a big gainer there by the Stars.
And that play's worked all night, either with Inslee or that time Varner.
Going to be at the 25-yard line, so just shy of the first down.
Picked up 12, I thought. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought they had it marked on the 37.
Well, it is first and 10, yep. 12-yard pickup. First bank, first down. And Thornton keeps. And he is going to be mashed down at the 20-yard line. But he does pick up 5 yards there to the 20 and to the John Day Legal red zone. John Day, seriously injured? Call the law offices of John Day for a free consultation, johndaylegal.com. Brooks making the tackle for the Rockets. Thornton faked the handoff that time and really sold it well. Rockvale thought it was going to Albia, but it did not. It does this time, and he breaks one tackle just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, just lucky to get back, too, and that was a really nice push there by the Rockvale defensive line. Good penetration.
Made the first guy miss, but not the second. And that was Boone, who was able to wrap him up there. 3 wide to the right, 1 near side. That one is Inslee, and he's been wearing out this left sideline. Hostetler and Willis to the right, and they're going to move Matthew Rice here to be a blocking back here on the near side. Thornton has some time, zips it across the middle, and a great diving catch made by Jaden Willis. Short gain, but a diving catch, and they're going to mark the ball at the 17. So a 3-yard gain there, and it's 4th down. They needed another couple of yards. Dallas Paldo is limping off, and they're going to bring kicker out here. 35-yard field goal attempt by Amalek Tapia for the triple. The snap, set, whistle. That kick was maybe partially blocked, and I'm not sure if this is on Rockvale. Could give them a first down.
Well, first glance, it looked like Rockvale was
It
offsides.
You're right.
On that right side. And now that is going to give them a first down.
It is a first bank, first down by penalty. That is going to put the ball at the 11-yard line. And it's 1st and 10 from the 11 for the Siegel Stars. And a huge break. Twin receivers near side, one to the right. Thornton going to the air. Lofts one into the end zone. Incomplete. Intended for Drew Hostetler.
Drew tried to come back for it and just couldn't get there in time. I like the play though. I like the play. If he's not going to catch it, the defender won't either.
Morgan knocked it down. And it'll bring up a second down play here now. Incomplete pass stops the clock with 4:05 to play in the third quarter. Run play here. And albeit not much. Tackle made by Brooks of Albia, and it's 3rd and 11. Actually lost about a yard. Ball at the 12.
Not been much going for Albia here in the second half here so far early.
Thornton has 3 receivers near side. Now Matthew Rice going to line up to the right. Inslee and Willis to the left side. They go in there, and it is Albia to the end zone. Touchdown. 12-yarder. And the Siegel Stars have made Rockvale pay on 2 critical interceptions here in this half and have broken out to a 3-touchdown lead.
Well, that was a nice job on the offensive line there by Siegel. Created that hole for Albia, who went in, raced in for 12.
Don't forget Toots.com you can order, and they actually deliver on Uber Eats now too, by the way. The extra point is blocked, and your score is 20-0. Siegel over Rockvale. You're listening to State Farm Prep Sports.
It's freezing.
Keeping your home warm in the winter and cool in the summer.
All starts with the right insulation. Roscoe Brown and Carrier offer comprehensive insulation services that not only enhance your comfort, but also improve your energy efficiency, saving you money on your utility bills. With expert installation and advice, our team ensures that your home is perfectly insulated for every season. Turn to the experts at Roscoe Brown and Carrier. Your family's comfort is our family's legacy. RoscoeBrown.com.
This is a paid legal ad.
You've probably heard it a million times. If you're injured, call a lawyer. And you probably haven't because you don't know how much it will cost, how long it will take, or even if you have a case. At the law offices of John Day, we provide a free initial consultation because we understand that folks don't want to pay a lawyer only to find out they don't have a case. If you think we can help, we do so on a contingency basis, which means we only get paid if you do. Seriously injured? Call me, John Day.
I'm State Farm Agent Andy Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Our game tonight brought to you by Toots Good Food and Fun, Bud's Tire, and Wilson Bank and Trust.
Got several scores to update you on here. And the kickoff sails into the end zone for a touchback. With about 5 minutes to go in the third quarter, the Eagleville Eagles have found the end zone once again, so they now lead 21-0 on your Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard. We'll tell you what that means if Eagleville can pull out the win. We know they're in the playoffs. We think we'll be able to give you an idea of at least what seed they would be in the playoffs as we continue to get other scores from around the area. Here, 20-0. Siegel, 2 interceptions. They've turned them into points. And Rockvale right now just trying to get something going offensively, and there's nothing going. That's Rylan Hodges, I think. Yeah, on the carry, and they snuffed that out. A huge loss, John.
Siegel has done such a great job. They're stacking it up there, knowing that they're trying to run the football and kind of basically challenging them to throw it.
Hostetler, Grisham tag teaming there on the takedown. Makes it 2nd and 14 with the loss. And now we're going to have a late substitution here. Delay of game by Rockvale. They didn't snap the ball, but they had too many men on the field, I think, John.
Well, they didn't need that.
Nothing has seemingly gone right tonight for them.
Well, on the offensive side of the ball, you're right. And then defensively, they were offsides to give them possession of the last score.
And a run here by the quarterback, who keeps it to about the 12. Make that 2-yard gain there, we'll give it. So 3rd and 17. Behind the chain, that's always tough. Once again, Grisham and Hostetler.
Let Rogers back in for Rockvale.
And fakes the give to George. Nice pass across the top to Nathan Sandifer, but he's wrapped up. I think it's going to be very close. He's got a first down, just barely. Nathan Sandifer. Varner making the tackle. He did stop him short. It is 4th down.
Yeah.
I knew it was going to be close. I just couldn't see from this angle. So nice job there. Varner keeping him where he was. So the Rockets forced to punt here. Get off this low screamer. It's going to be picked up on the bounce by Kevin Inslee. Down the sideline, 50, 40. He's at the 30 and going to be thrown down inside the 30-yard line, and a huge return, and the Stars are rolling.
He has really been impressive in his pass receptions and that punt return. Boy, that was about 25 yards there for return. And again, great field position here for the Siegel Stars.
Ball put at the 28-yard line, and Siegel in business here with 58 seconds left in the half. Bingham finally made the takedown, but not before Inslee made a huge play. Thornton going to roll him out. Has Michael Batt in the backfield with him. They give it to him, and he's going to be slung down by Paldo. Paldo with a pile drive.
That was a nice tackle, even limping.
Yeah, he came up gimpy a minute ago, I saw. I don't think he's playing with all of his wheels set well.
He's going to tough it out, though. They've got that leg wrapped, too.
Left leg. He is a young'un.
Biggin.
A biggin and a young'un.
A young'un and a biggin.
That's how we say it out here in the Leanna Siegel community. Well, Siegel doesn't talk like that. They have more class than that. That's Walter Hill coming out. Here's a run by Batts to the 30, so picking up 3, and that's going to take us to the 4th quarter, it looks like. Well, the Siegel Stars have the ball and up 20-0. You're listening here to State Farm Prep Sports.
We're at Rick's Barbecue on Warrior Drive, where, of course, they've got barbecue and smoked chicken, ribs, but they have other favorites.
Our chicken tenders are delicious. We bread them here ourselves. We have so many different kinds of sides, and our nachos are really good and popular. I love the menu. I could literally eat here every day.
Anne-Marie Brent's at Rick's Barbecue.
We're thankful for the customers. We have a lot of regulars, loyal customers that come in, and when they come in, I already know their order.
Bet you're hungry now. We'll see you at Rick's Barbecue, 212 Warrior Drive.
Participating in Murfreesboro's special census could help bring more funding to our city. $175 per resident per year. Here's Murfreesboro Mayor Shane McFarland.
Those dollars shared with us will greatly benefit our community, build roads, maintain parks, improve public safety, and much more.
It's fast and easy. Complete the form online at murfreesborocensus.com.
Count me in.
Okay, count me in.
And count me in too.
Let's make sure every resident counts. Visit murfreesborocensus.com.
I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Our game tonight brought to you by good neighbor State Farm Agent Emerson Williams. Well, he's located over in Smyrna at 199 Indian Springs Road West at Hazelwood Drive. State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, 615-459-2683. And don't forget, we're sponsored by Sir Pizza. They're a sponsor of our Game and Coaches Show podcast. You can find them at wgnssports.com or wherever you listen to audio. That's Sir Pizza on East Main, South Church, and Memorial.
Siegel now moving left to right here in this final quarter. Ball on the left hash, 2 wide right, 1 left side. Thornton back to pass, looks left, now right. Down the field, it's going to be caught, and Hostetler high-stepping it into the end zone. Touchdown, Drew Hostetler, and that is touchdown number 4 on the season.
Whoever drew that play up worked to perfection, and Thornton threw a strike right to Hostetler, and he just waltzed in.
Siegel Stars leading here 26-0. Score opening up this fourth. Toots, by the way, want to remind you that they're on Broad Street and South Church Street and on Highway 96 in Murfreesboro. And they're also in Smyrna on Sam Ridley Parkway. There is an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Siegel. That will be enforced after the extra point on the kickoff.
Maybe a little over happiness there.
Yeah, I'd say so. Tapia for a point. Last one was blocked. Snap, set, good, kick away. This one not, and it splits the uprights. So your new score is Siegel 27 and Rockvale nothing here on State Farm Prep Sports.
Is your car running like a dream, or does it need a little TLC? At Dr. Automotive in Smyrna, we treat your vehicle like it's one of our own. From oil changes to major repairs, our certified technicians have the skills and experience to keep you on the road safely.
This is Mike Woodward, head football coach at Laverne High School. If you are blitzed with car problems, go see Dr. Automotive.
For quality care you can trust, visit Dr. Automotive in Smyrna. We've got the cure for your car. Online at smyrnaautorepair.com.
Since 1966, Fans Heating and Air has been a symbol of quality for Murfreesboro and Rutherford County. For friendly, complete service on Amana, Bryant, or American Standard Heating and Air products, Fans Heating and Air will do it all. Fans specializes in new homes, custom homes, or existing buildings. Give Fans Heating and Air a call today, 615-893-7930. Good luck to all of our schools and student athletes from Fans Heating and Air.
I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, former running back at Elkwood High School, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Our game tonight brought to you by Animal City, Music World and Drummers Den, Stones River Town Center, and Mills Family Pharmacy. And here with the rest of the broadcast, his final regular season broadcast, is Brian Barrett.
Final like never again?
Oh, no, I just meant this season.
I did want to say our friend Tommy Bryan in Lebanon, who has been doing play-by-play for years in football, is finally hanging up the headset. So wish him well. I'm sure he's going to enjoy whatever he does. He still writes, does a lot of good things there. Do want to update score for you, and in the third quarter it's now 21-6. Cornersville did find the end zone, but Eagleville leading 21-6 in the third quarter, and still 14-6 your score. Stewart's Creek over McGavick. Now remember, there was an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Siegel, so Siegel is going to be kicking off from about the 12 or 13 yard line. So Siegel will have a short field here. Well, John, Rockvale will have a short field here as Siegel kicks off. Rockvale, John, they've got plenty of time, down 27-0, but I'm sure they want to get something going offensively.
Yes, and they've got to now. It's do or die.
Ready for this kickoff. This is Zolt. And it hits off of a Rockvale player, and that Rockvale player is George. He picks it up. and is going to be taken down at the Siegel 45-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 here now. Next week, have an idea of where we're going to be for the first playoff game. I'll remind you that next week we'll be streaming at wgnsradio.com and on all of our channels. About 20 of them you can find. It'll be on Big G TV, audio only, during the playoffs as well, by the way. Evan Rogers gives it to Rylan Hodges, and Hodges takes it to the 43, so Hodges picks up 2 yards. Rylan Hodges, the junior, with 2-yard pickup for Rockvale, and it is 2nd down now. Inslee with the tackle. Just really getting going good here in the 4th quarter. Pass here to the near side, and a thunderous hit of Ryan Talley by the Siegel defender. He's going to get maybe a half a yard there, and it's 3rd down. That was Matthew Rice. Goodness gracious. 3rd and 7. Rogers. This play almost blown up, but Hodges going to find a crease. 40, 30, 20, 10, 5, end zone, touchdown. Hodges. Siegel brought the blitz, and Hodges finds the end zone. There is a flag on the play. Holding Rockvale. It's coming back.
Well, if it weren't for bad luck, you'd have no luck at all.
That play looked busted from the get-go.
Yeah.
And Rogers barely got the ball handed off to Hodges, and he did elude a guy with a nice move and then took off, but there was a hold for sure, and that was further downfield. The ball will be placed at the 27-yard line, so they did get a pretty good gain out of it, but no touchdown. So it will be 1st and 10. (14-0) MTCS, start of the 4th quarter. Ali Bangura with a 1-yard touchdown run, and the 2-point conversion no good. (14-10) the score there. Rogers looking near side high, but James comes down with it. And James going to keep the legs turning all the way to about the 21-22-yard line.
Good to see this effort out of Rockvale. Backs against the wall.
Beverly on the tackle. MTCS up 14-0. We've got the scores going on the Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard. Got another one just in too, by the way. Tell you that after this play. Rogers keeps. Rogers 20, Rogers 15, and down at the 14-yard line. That looked like Inslee. Inslee with the tackle. 21-6. Stewart's Creek with another touchdown. That comes with 1:22 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Here's Rogers looking left side. Pump fake, throws it to the corner of the end zone. Trying to make a diving catch is Riley Talley, but he couldn't come down with it. That would have been a miraculous passing catch there, but incomplete. Rockvale pulling out all the stops here. Incomplete pass does stop the clock with 9:15 to play. Rogers with 3 wide to the right. The give is to Romeo George. And He only gets to the 18, maybe a yard there. They're operating here in the John Day Legal Red Zone. Bicycle helmet giveaways and Safe Ride Home program. Just a few of the ways the law offices of John Day are involved here in our community. JohnDayLegal.com. Beverly and Grisham.
Well, Beverly's been
tag
everywhere
teaming
tonight, hasn't he?
Yep. On the tackle. It's 3rd and 9 at the 13. Here's Rogers looking right across the middle. Zips it. Incomplete.
Not enough arch on that throw.
Yeah, it was kind of thrown way in front, wasn't it? Pass falls incomplete, and on 4th and 9, looks like we're going to get a timeout here. Rockvale with a decision to make. We'll see what happens. Siegel up 27-0 in the 4th quarter. State Farm Prep Sports.
You've changed thousands of diapers, played hours of peekaboo and duck, duck, goose. You'd do anything to protect your kids. I'm State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, and it's important to protect them with life insurance. I can make it easy and affordable for you to protect your family.
What's your next dream? Paying off your credit card? Remodeling your kitchen? Whatever your dreams, they take planning. I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack. Let's work together to come up with a plan to make those savings goals happen. Call me at 615-900-0877.
Shop your favorites at Dillard's, JCPenney, Rue 21, Hot Topic, and more. Grab a bite at Crab Fever, Sam's Sports Grill, Olive Garden, or Miller's Ale House. With more than 60 retailers, you're sure to find something that you'll love at Stones River Town Center. Find them on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for style tips, upcoming events, and sales information. Stones River Town Center, off Old Fort Parkway in Murfreesboro. Shopping centered on you. Online at shopstonesriver.com.
The Blue Raider fan source for officially licensed Middle Tennessee.
And at quarterback Evan Rogers. Back to pass on 4th down, looking to the end zone, and it is batted away. Incomplete. The pass intended for Citizen James, but there is a flag on the play. Hold your horses. Great defensive play there by the Stars to knock it away, but penalty against the Stars will give new life to the Rockets. Block in the back, or pass interference rather. I don't know about that one.
A little hold, I believe.
It had to have been.
When he went across that middle.
Not only does it give him one more shot at it here, it's 1st and goal now. Ball right between the 7 and 8 yard line. Rockvale brings the offense back out here. 8:20 to play in the game. Romeo George, the sophomore, with sophomore quarterback Evan Rogers. Romeo George taking it to about the 2 yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Inslee with another tackle. He has got to be the defensive star of this game. Ball at the 3. Right between the hashes, center of the field. George going to be on the right hip of Rogers. George gets it again, runs left side, has a great hole, and in. Touchdown, Romeo George, and the Rockvale Rockets on the scoreboard here.
Well, that gives them a little bit of feel better getting on the scoreboard here. 3-yard run by George.
Touchdown, Rockvale Rockets. Comes with 7:51 to play. And Riley Talley, the freshman kicker, is out. But I think they line up to go for the PAT. They showed maybe a 2-point conversion, but that's just how they line up on extra points. Snap, set, good. Kick away, and the kick, good. Kick is good, and your new score with 7:51 to go in the ball game. Siegel has a 20-point lead, 27-7 on State Farm Prep Sports.
For 150 years, First National Bank of Middle Tennessee has been a part of your community, helping generations achieve their dreams. From savings accounts to home loans, We've been there for every milestone. Come see Rick Thornton, Senior Vice President, Relationship Manager at 3427 Memorial Boulevard.
First National Bank of Middle Tennessee. We show up for you.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 401715.
Craig Buckner with Mills Family Pharmacy.
Many medications for our animals have to be compounded, and we offer that here at Mills Family Pharmacy.
Mills Family Pharmacy offers a wide range of compounding.
Special for you, your loved ones, or for your pets.
Learn more at millsfamilypharmacy.com.
Thank you for allowing us to be your local pharmacy. We're at 2994 South Church Street, next to Toots.
Mills Family Pharmacy, dedicated to providing customers with services to meet their needs.
I'm State Farm Agent Dana Womack, and you're listening to Prep Football.
Tune in next time for the Countdown to Kickoff, sponsored by the law offices of John Day. And after the game, which is 7 minutes and 51 seconds away, it's the Prentice Awesome Heating and Air post-game show.
Brian, John, Rod here in the press box. Danny Osborne doing all of our camera work on Big G TV. Jackson Smith at the station for us tonight. And Siegel going to huddle up here. I think maybe we've got a timeout. So let's ourselves take a timeout. Ready to start here with 7:51 to play on the other side. We'll be right back. We'll just keep it here. Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance, First National Bank of Middle Tennessee, Craig's Tax Service, Dr. Automotive bringing you tonight's game, along with Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home, Dr. Automotive, and State Farm. They are starting the fourth quarter with Eagleville leading 21-6. Stewart's Creek is up 21-6. MTCS with a 14-0 lead, and the last score we had was Webb up by 10 over PCA. Those are all the games that are going on tonight. It's 33-19 now in that PCA game with Webb. And on the kickoff to the 34-yard line, that's about where the Stars will have it, 1st and 10. Playoffs next week will begin around the state of Tennessee. So this is the last game of the season for some teams, and it happens to be the last game of the season for the two teams we have here. Going into last night, Rockvale still had a chance at the playoffs with a win in this game, but Blackman had to beat Coffee County, and that did not happen. So that took that scenario off of the board. Siegel with the run to the left side by Michael Simmons, and he's brought down by Paldo for a loss of about 4. Well, regardless of how that Coffee County Blackman game had turned out last night, if, let's say, Blackman had won, Siegel would have been in a spoiler role, and with tonight's result as it stands right now, that spoiler role would have held. That just shows you teams fighting for a playoff spot here, and in other games, and these two not going to be there.
Emotion has a lot to do with it. Rockvale knowing that they lost their shot, but Siegel's played well, particularly defensively.
They sure have. 2nd and 13 now. Siegel milking that clock, aren't they? And another give to Simmons. We've got Remkus in there at quarterback too, I just noticed. So Siegel letting some of the youngsters get some play. Remkus has had a good season. He had to come in relief of Tristan Thornton for a while this year. 16 of 37 passing for 276 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. Both teams have seemingly replaced a lot of their players. It was Geeding who makes the tackle for Rockvale. Clock is melting away on the season for these two teams. And Siegel with 6 minutes left on the clock. Getting ready to snap the ball here any second. On this 3rd and 15 play now. Remkus zips it left side, 35 to the 40, and out of bounds. Going to be shy of the first down there. That was Inslee, I believe, on that far side. And Talley on the tackle. They get it to the 39, but it's going to be 4th down. 4th and about 5 or 6.
Inslee's had a really good game tonight.
So we're going to have a punt here by the Siegel Stars. And it will be downed. 34-yard line, looks like it. That was a Tapia punt, punt. And Rockvale will have it 1st and 10. 5:29 to play.
Want to thank
John?
JHA Company, Little Caesars Pizza, Rayburn Insurance Agent Rick Collins, Smyrna, Last Cass's Feed Supply, Good Neighbor State Farm Agent Celeste Middleton, Ron Reeves, Emerson Williams, Dana Womack, and Andy Womack. I'm reading a lot because they've done a lot for us during this regular season.
Appreciate that. It's 1st and 10 here for the Rockets. I'm going to make a point here after this play about how this game has progressed, especially 3rd quarter. Rogers going to zip it long and deep down that right sideline, and it's going to fall incomplete. And I was going to say there's a flag, but it's up the field. Check it out.
Rogers threw that ball pretty well, and the receiver had it in his hands for a second.
Against Rockvale, so 2nd and 10 now. Back at the 34. Rogers comes here near side. Catch is going to be made here by Riley Talley and taken down at the 40-yard line for a gain of 6. Santel with the tackle there.
Heard his name a lot tonight.
And here is Rogers looking deep. Going to float a long ball out there and intercepted. And that is Kevin Inslee. Boy, that kid has played a heck of a game tonight.
He really has. 4 interceptions for Siegel tonight in this ball game.
Inslee had 1 coming into this game, and that's 2 for him tonight, I think. Is that right? For Inslee?
I know Varner's got 1.
That may be Inslee's first, but he had 1 coming into the game. They only had, John, they only had 1 interception all year.
Well, he was definitely waiting on that one.
First and 10 now here for the Siegel Stars. 2 of those turned into touchdowns. 1 was a pick 6.
Did Morgan throw 2 interceptions? An interception and then 11-yard completion, then an interception. That's what
Well, delay of game.
4, but anyway.
Delay of game by the Siegel Stars. Going to back them up some here. Well, 1 was the pick 6, and then the second interception came and wound up, they attempted a field goal, but there was the penalty, and so then they wound up getting a touchdown. That was going to be one of my points. Here's Remkus on the run. Going to be taken down at the 30 for a 1-yard pickup. My point was going to be, John, if you take those 2 interceptions with those picks, it's a much closer game right now.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
But the inability of Rockvale to consistently run the football puts you in those 3rd and 10s and 3rd and longs, and then you've got to throw it deep, and it's just hard. And if you look at the Rockvale defense, they've played pretty well. I mean, they've had to struggle against field position all night because of the turnovers.
2nd and 13. Siegel melting as much clock as possible. Drops under 4 minutes left here. Penalty marker. The ball bounced into the hands of Rimkus. And a legal procedure against the Stars, going to back them up. John, they're just trying to they're not trying to really score here. They're just trying to take as much time off the clock as they possibly can.
Oh, yeah. And I don't think Rockvale's in any hurry either. Any desperate attempts.
Webb leads 36-25 against PCA. That game's still in the 3rd, and PCA mounting a bit of a comeback there on the road. 2nd and 18, clock dribbling away. Rimkus hands this off to Cam Smith. And Cam's going to rumble to about the 29-yard line. 3rd down and try to run off another minute here.
Well, Rimkus and Thornton are both juniors, so they're going to be coming back.
Yeah, the clock's at 2:42 now. And Siegel now is just getting set. Rimkus will have 2 wide here to the wide side. That's the near side for us, or the right, if you're viewing. Rimkus going to roll out here. Going to throw, and the throw is going to be incomplete off the turf. And it brings up a 4th down. The incomplete pass does stop the clock with 2:15, so they'll be forced to punt here. Coming up after the game, the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air postgame show here on WGNS Murfreesboro, Smyrna.
Let's not forget the block punt too that led to the first score by Siegel.
Very true. Boy, this snap is going to go over the head of the kicker and boots it through the back of the end zone, so that's going to be a safety.
Boy, we have seen that a lot, haven't we?
It happened a ton last night, obviously, because of the field conditions and such that we had. But a safety for the Rockets. You know, I don't remember a year that we've seen so many safeties in all sports, honestly. It's just an interesting thing that happens here. So our score now is 27-9. Rockvale going to get another shot at it here with 2:08 to play in this one. Getting score updates left and right. It's 28-6 Stewart's Creek with 6:08 left in that ball game. Trying to keep you updated on all that we can. So John, Stewart's Creek, they are going to end the season with just 1 loss. It's been a great season for the Red Hawks.
Yeah, that's one that will stay in the record books for a while, and that's really congratulations to Ben Caudell and the Red Hawks on a great season.
And we're looking at one of the teams that beat them early in the season, and that's the Rockvale Rockets. So that shows what kind of season they possibly could have had, John, without all the penalties that they suffered, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Football can be a very humbling game, too, can it?
Well, there's always factors, and injuries are a big factor. If you can stay healthy, and take Stewart's Creek, for instance, they've been able to stay, for the most part, healthy.
Yeah.
And it just means so much. Even Oakland has faced a little bit of an injury issue.
Here's the kickoff. Going to be returnable by the Rockets. 50, 45 to the 40, and now a big scrum and pile up at the 40-yard line. 2 minutes to play. Eagleville up 28-6.
Well, they have finished strong, haven't they?
Yes, they have.
In impressive fashion.
So 2 minutes to go in the ball game. They can finish. I haven't looked at the scores, but at halftime with the scores that I saw, and I know Richland score is probably not going to change. So looks like Rockvale is looking at a second or third place finish. We'll tell you more about that in the postgame show. But we knew that they had to win coming in.
They're going to finish 7-3 on the season. Eligible for the Orange Bowl.
Run by Kennedy, but he's going to be tackled shy. 1:35 and the clock rolling here. Second down and 12. And here's Rogers, went to throw the ball and it came loose. He picks it up and is going to be taken down at the 45 for a 3-yard loss.
Did that happen to him earlier as well? I think it did.
Eagleville has scored again. They're up 35-6 over Cornersville. 2 quick scores.
I think you take that Richland win, and Loretta. Those are 2 huge wins for the Eagles, which makes me feel like playoff-wise, they can do damage.
Yeah. And they'll be at home at least for the first game if they can get that second seed. We're going to have a timeout here with 39 seconds to play. It's 27-9. Siegel going to win this one when we come back on State Farm Prep Sports.
This is a paid legal ad.
Hi, this is John Day of the Law Offices of John Day. For more than 30 years, my team and I have worked hard to help injured people throughout Middle Tennessee. Over that time, we've helped thousands of people get the legal help they need when they've needed it the most. And if we're not able to help or aren't the right lawyer for you, we'll do the best to point you in the right direction. If you've been injured, call the Law Offices of John Day for a free consultation. And remember, there's no fee unless we win your case.
Your ride, your stuff. You live with them together. I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves. It's smart to protect them together to help life go right. Give me a call at 615-873-1700 and let me help you save by combining auto and renters.
Local business owners, you know how important it is to be here for your customers. I'm State Farm Agent Emerson Williams, and I run a small business in Rutherford County too. And I'm here to help you protect your small business. Call me at 615-459-2683.
And we're back a little end around, and Riley Talley going to rumble it down to the 36-yard line, but shy of the first down marker. They may get one more play off here, but the clock is moving. 10 seconds. They are going to get one more shot. Back to pass is Rogers. Going to sling it, and it's going to be incomplete, and that's your ball game. The Siegel Stars are going to win this one, 27-9 over the Rockvale Rockets. 27-9 your final score here, and the Siegel Stars go out in winning fashion. Congratulations to Adam Renshaw and the Stars here on the victory as the fireworks fly here at Ken Nolan Stadium. Coming up next on WGNS after this timeout will be your Prentice Allsup Heating and Air postgame show. That's next on State Farm Prep Sports.
Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance takes great pride in treating local athletes here in Rutherford County. Experts in joint, bones, and muscles. And with over 65 specialists, TOA has a playbook to get you back in the game. To request an appointment, visit TOA.com or call 855-NEED-TOA. Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance. TOA. Live your best life.
You know, everyone has a more. First, it's a pony. Then to be on the cheer squad. Your more grows up just like you do. But your more can still carry you away or make you cheer. At First Bank, banking local gets you more. More of our time, more access to local bankers, more flexibility, and more product choices. Because getting more empowered and confident helps you pursue your more. That never grows old. First Bank. Bank local, get more. Member FDIC.
At Dr. Automotive in Smyrna, from oil changes to major engine and transmission repairs, we've got the cure for your car. Let's hear from customers of Dr. Automotive.
He does a good job. He lets you know what's going on and doing it at a good price.
Danny does a lot in our community, so he's very involved and invested.
I recommend family, friends. Danny is spot on because he'll suggest what I need to do, and of course, I've never had an issue.
For quality care you can trust, visit Dr. Automotive in Smyrna. We've got the cure for your car.
For 75 years, Murfreesboro Medical Clinic has been a cornerstone of health and compassion in our community. From our humble beginnings to the advanced, comprehensive care we offer today, our commitment to you has never wavered. With 8 locations across Murfreesboro and Middle Tennessee and over 100 physicians, we continue to provide the highest standard of care. Then, now, and always, your health is our mission.
Here's a question. What do you want from your electric co-op?
I want expert advice on going 100% solar.
I want to go green without breaking the bank.
I want to meet my sustainability goals.
I want solar to be simple.
Done, 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 done.
I want to save the planet.
Little hero, let's start with one of MTE's solar programs first. Energy Service Life. That's Middle Tennessee Electric. We're here to get done what matters most to you. Learn more at mte.com.
Murfreesboro is conducting a special census. Listing everyone in your household helps the city qualify for more funding to improve roads, parks, and services. Murfreesboro Mayor Shane McFarland.
All we need is your address and the first and last names of everyone living at your home. That's it. Take part in our 2025 special census.
Complete the form online at murfreesborocensus.com.
Count me in.
Hey, count me in.
And count me in too.
Let's make sure every resident counts. Visit murfreesborocensus.com.
This is a paid legal ad.
When a family member is lost as a result of someone else's negligence, the grief can be unbearable. It also leaves you with a lot of questions like, how did this happen? Who's responsible? And is my family going to be okay? That's a lot to go through, but with the law offices of John Day on your side, you don't have to go through any of it alone. We understand what you're going through, and we have the experience to get the answers, justice, and compensation your family deserves. Call the law offices of John Day.
I'm State Farm Agent Ron Reeves. You're listening to Prep Football.
We're back here for the Prentice Allsup Heating and Air postgame show as we wrap up the regular season in high school football. Got some playoffs to talk about here on the postgame show. Prentice Allsup Heating and Air, they service all major brands and in most cases offer same-day service. Rely on the Rheem Pro professionals at Prentice Allsup Heating and Air to keep your home or business comfortable year-round. Prentice Allsup Heating and Air, they're on West College Street here in Murfreesboro and online at PrenticeAllsup.com.
Now, a Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard update.
All right, let's get you updated on all of the scores that we have here so far. And tonight, a final. MTCS beats Easel Harding 20-0 to finish the regular season at 4-6. And we'll talk playoffs in the morning on Cougar Corner about that. This game, of course, final 27-9 as Siegel beats Rockvale. Late in the game, Eagleville is now up by a score of 35-6, and it just went final. 35-6 is the final score in that one, and Stewart's Creek is leading 28-14 with 3:20 to play in that one. Updates on the Jennings & Ayers Funeral Home scoreboard will hopefully get you some finals here in just a second. All right, as we continue the post-game show, we turn things over here to John.
All right, it's time for our Sir Pizza replays, and Siegel got on the scoreboard finally in the second quarter of play with 3:02 to go in the half on a 1-yard run by Thornton.
Replays.
It's a sneak. Thornton in for the touchdown. Rushing touchdown for Tristan Thornton, and the Stars draw first blood here.
It looked like everybody froze there for a second. When he got the ball, he was in the shotgun, wasn't he? And he just went in for the score. Made it 7-0. And then Siegel scored again because it went in at halftime, 7-0 Siegel. The Stars scored again with 10 to go in the third on a 22-yard pick six by Varner.
Replays.
Rogers back in and throws a pick right into the hands of Andrew Varner. Varner taking it to the right side, and Varner's going to have himself a pick six. Andrew Varner, and what a way to get your first interception of the season. Taking it in for the Siegel touchdown.
Threw it in some traffic, rolled out, had some pressure, and Varner just picked its pocket and had a clear route to the end zone. And Rockvale stumbled again with 3:15 to go in the third. This time they had Albia with a 12-yard run.
Replays.
They go in there, and it is Albia to the end zone. Touchdown. 12-yarder. And the Siegel Stars have made Rockvale pay on 2 critical interceptions here in this half and have broken out to a 3-touchdown lead.
The extra point was missed. It was 20-0 Siegel with 3:15 in the third. At that point, Siegel put on their final touchdown. This time, a beautiful thrown pass from Thornton to Hostetler.
Replays.
Thornton back to pass, looks left, now right, down the field, it's going to be caught, and Hostetler high-stepping it into the end zone. Touchdown, Drew Hostetler, and that is touchdown number 4 on the season.
Whoever drew that play up worked to perfection, and Thornton threw a strike right to Hostetler, and he just waltzed in. 27-0 our score, Siegel leading, 7:51 to go in the game. This Rockvale drive was capped off by a 3-yard run by Romeo George.
Replays.
George gets it again, runs left side, has a great hole, and in. Touchdown, Romeo George, and the Rockvale Rockets on the scoreboard here.
Well, that gives them a little bit of feel better getting on the scoreboard here. That was late in the game, and they also added a safety, Rockvale did. The final score was Siegel's 27 and Rockvale 9, and that's a look at your Sir Pizza replays.
Sir Pizza. That's your Sir Pizza replays. Be sure to check out the Sir Pizza podcast later and download and listen back to the game at wgnssports.com. And for your next family night, don't forget Sir Pizza. From the traditional pepperoni to the signature royal feast, Queen's Feast, or King's Feast, Sir Pizza is ready to feed your hungry family. Sir Pizza on East Main, on South Church Street, and Memorial Boulevard. Plus, you can order your favorite pizza online at sirpizzatn.com and on their app. Download to start earning rewards points.
Sir Pizza, you made me love pizza again.
And it's time now to take a look at our stats, our final stats of the evening, brought to you by Fans Heating and Air, JHA Company, Josh Houston and Associates, and Winners Trophies. And Rod, before I turn it over to you on the defensive end, there were some defensive stars, but there were some offensive stars tonight. Thornton, I thought, played a really good second half, made a couple of nice passes. Inslee, that little short out to the left worked masterfully for about 5 or 6 plays. And on a big critical drive that they had. And Hostetler, of course, with a couple of catches. Nice. They didn't really run the ball that fabulous. In fact, not at all. But field position and good play calling and passing kind of got them over it, even though and then Albia did a pretty good job in the first half and then scored, So right. those were the offensive stars. But Inslee not only was a good offensive star tonight, he also starred on defense as well.
Well, looking at the stats here for the defense, there's some kids that really hustled tonight for the Stars, and you mentioned some of them. Some of them did it offensively. Not only did Inslee do well, Andrew Varner had a couple of nice receptions, plus he had a pick six. So, I mean, there's a lot of effort. I think Thornton made the big difference, though, having him back.
Yeah.
You mean, see the difference in their offense. You have a quarterback that really is under control. He had some nice touch on his passes. He was accurate. And so that made them a dual threat, and especially downfield with the pass.
Really, the realistic thing, though, the turnovers.
Yes.
I mean, that's what killed Rockvale tonight.
Right. We talk about three interceptions, one a pick six. So you got bad field position, one the defense scored. So, you get the game down to about 14. It's anybody's ball game.
Another interception hurt a drive that Rockvale was trying to score.
Right.
So, and block punt, too.
Right.
Block punt early in the game, which kind of set the tone in this ball game a little bit. And so you'll go over the defense, and I'll take care of the offense.
Okay, on the defense, Rockvale, led by Evangelos Brooks, who is their really kind of their top middle linebacker, and he's all over the place. Highly thought of at Rockvale. Then also Joshua Decker had a quarterback pressure. We mentioned that in the first half that really stopped the drive for the Stars. And so he had 4 tackles, and also 4 tackles. Stephen Nelson at 4, and Melvin Boone, the 2 interior linemen, played a good game. And Dallas Paldo looks like he's going to be a force down the line. His sophomore had 4 tackles, and he's 6'4", 244 sophomore, so he's probably someone they're looking for next year to really blossom. But on Siegel, I mean, we had some great efforts. We had 3 players with 9 tackles, John.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Jesse Beverly, Kevin Inslee, and then also I mentioned Mason Grisham. So those 3 had 9 tackles, but then Andrew Varner had 6, and he was one of those that had the pick 6. And Colby Ward had 6. Braden Grace had a sack, and interceptions by Delvian Ewing, Inslee, and Varner, of course, that his was a pick 6. So, I mean, so several of them just played hard the whole game. They were fun to watch. Even though it's 2 teams that are not getting the playoffs, they were very entertaining.
All right, offensively for the Siegel Stars, Albia with 11 carries and 42 yards. Inslee 1 carry for 17. Thornton 2 carries for 5 yards. And Batts 1 carry for a -2 yards. Remkes was from quarterback was 1 for 2 for 8 yards. Thornton 8 of 14, and he threw for a high of, well, it was really 98 yards on the night. And offensively, they rushed for 45 in the first, 49 for the passing game. Yardage was 94 total. In the second half, they rushed for 17, passed for 67 for a total of 84. For the game, 62 yards rushing, 106 yards passing for a total of 168. So they were very economical